Hello, hello.
What's up?
How's everybody doing? Look who I found.
Crazy surprise guest.
Hey, we got Phil, we got Will, we got Dale, Mozzie.
Huh?
How's everybody doing? Look who I found. Oh,
Crazy surprise guest. I think I
oh,
fixed it.
there we go. Nick, mute that.
It was coming through my headphones. I had my speakers off. I thought I was good, but
Yeah,
technical difficulties.
yeah. Taco induced, man. You got
Well,
it. I
that'll
am
happen.
I am Taco Bell fueled, boys.
Is that what you had for dinner?
Yeah, yeah.
Ugh.
y'all got to talking about it, and I'm like, man, freaking Taco Bell.
The four food groups
Yeah,
in a crunchy shell.
yeah. Pretty much. Uh, so how you
What?
doing, Brian?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Doing well, man. Doing
Who,
well.
who's all in the chat here already?
Well, let's see. We got Dale. We got Will, of course.
We got
Uh,
Phil. We
yeah,
got
we got Phil.
we got Bam working it.
Mozzie. Yep. Oh,
Daniel's
there's Ben
here.
Coons. Oh, there's Ben Coombs. What up, Ben?
Oh no,
Daniel Horsley.
Ben Coombs is here. Shh.
Oh,
Don't.
we got
er-
trouble. Johnny Bean.
er-
Johnny Bean just dropped in.
Oh,
Hey,
hey,
Johnny.
Johnny Bean. Johnny Bean's all right.
Oh, chicken guitars. Okay.
Caitlin.
Here's my girl.
Yep, she's cool.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So what's going on, everybody?
How's everybody doing?
Everybody watch Ben's show tonight. It was fun.
Hey, Pete. How you doing, buddy?
Try to
Man,
get my chat open so I can see you and chat at the same time. There we go.
so who besides me is glad Monday is over?
Hey,
Hey,
Guitar Hack, you can't say that.
here's the hack.
That's trademark, bro. I'll see you in court.
So who else is glad that Monday's over? Scar, how's it going, man? Oh man, what a day! What a
I
crazy
don't know.
day!
This week's not going to end well for me, though, Dave, because I got to get two teeth pulled on Friday. So I kind of wish it was just Monday, like Groundhog Day all week.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Wow, that's a rough week, man. I don't envy you. All right, you win.
Right. Worst Friday ever.
Yeah, I know it's still Monday, Johnny, but it's a Monday work day is gone in the books, man. That's what I mean.
So you said something in Ben's chat about job two. This was that
Yeah,
last day on the gig.
yeah, man. Um,
Yes, Bill. Will, I still have teeth. They're real and everything.
so some of you people know. Some people know, some people don't. Um, so for the last two, I don't know, almost 2 years, I've been pulling double duty. Um, so for the last 10 years, I've managed a self storage facility, and then about almost 2 years ago, I picked up my other job, which is now my main gig. Hey, Kubrick, how you doing, man? And so slowly, little by little, I've been pulling away from the storage because I knew things were going to be changing with my wife picking up more responsibilities and everything in her job. We work for the same company, and yes, she's my boss, figuratively and literally. So
Same
um,
here.
yeah, okay, okay. Well, I mean, it's all good. So yeah, I've been putting the pieces. We've been putting the pieces in place. Leading up to this, and when in January or February, when she took on the role she's currently in, it really required her to be down in Arizona pretty much all the time. So she's been traveling for 2.5 years, going back and forth every week. So she's been down there now 18. Well, she'll come home Thursday, and it'll be her 18th day, and I haven't seen my wife at all this month.
Ouch.
Yeah, so it's been tough, right? But we're hanging in there, and so yeah. So today, long story short, today was my last day working in the office of the storage of the self storage place, and I couldn't be happier about that.
Right. Right. Ready to move on to bigger and better things, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just ready to move.
Yeah, no, I get you.
I'm just ready to move.
Listen, my wife and I will have been married 24 years in September, and we have moved 10 times in 24 years.
Ouch.
So yeah, but it's been for work,
Yeah,
and it's paid off.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I mean,
yeah. So, but it was still a pain.
Hack, yes, you may. Please share something awesome. We like awesome things, man. Sorry.
We should get Hack on here too, just for fun.
Hey, Hack, do you want to join us?
What could possibly go wrong with that? Quentin James is here. Oh my God.
We got to do it. We got to do it. You ready, Brian?
Yeah, you got to send me a new link, or can I just hang on? We're going to do the Quentin. Okay, on three? On three or on two? Get ready to go.
On three.
On three.
1, 2, 3. Quentin!
I don't know. With the lag between Oregon and Ohio, how that synced up, I'm not sure, but.
All right, I got you, Hack. Give me just a second, buddy.
Are you a Ducks guy, Dave?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Are you a Ducks guy?
I've been to a couple Duck games.
Have you?
Yeah. It's it's kind of.
Oregon's not where you're from originally, is it?
No.
You're from the East Coast, Southeast Coast, aren't you?
I'm originally from North Carolina.
Yeah, I kind of thought so. Duke, North Carolina, Tar Heel,
Tar Heels, man.
Tar Heels.
I am Tar Heel born. I am Tar Heel bred, and when I die, I'll be Tar Heel dead.
See, I'm cream and crimson Hoosier, so.
Okay. Right home. You should have it now, Hack. Let me get back over to the.
I'm gonna have to move my thing.
Ooh! And Aaron,
hey man. Work.
Sorry, dude. If you were gonna go live, man, I didn't mean to step on the. Step on anything on that. I just so you, right, Ben. Hey, I've spent the last 25 years trying to get rid of most of it. Because it's
being in a tin can for 6 months at a time probably didn't hurt that cause.
Well.
Were you guys under that long?
Well, luckily,
is that top secret?
I've never had to endure that. So.
Pretty much till you run out of food, right?
No.
Could be.
No. They can. If worst comes to worst, they've got you've got refits. You got refits all over the world, right? So you can pull in anywhere.
No, but what I'm saying is you don't got to come up for air till you run out of food.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. We make our own air. We made our own.
You make your own air and water and everything else, right?
The only limitation. I mean, that's what they teach you. There's only 2 limitations.
You guys don't know what we're talking about. Dave served on fast attack submarines in the United States Navy. Thank you for your service, sir.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I mean, that's the 2 things that they teach you. Your limitations are crew and food. Those are your only limitations. There he is.
Howdy.
Hey, man.
Oh my goodness, it's Guitar Hack. Oh my buddy.
How's it going?
What's going?
Hello, dudes and dudettes.
Oh God, you're just killing me with that. What am I gonna say now? That's all I had.
How's it going, guys?
All right, man.
I'm getting an echo.
Okay, hang on. I'm on delay here.
I did the same thing, Hack, so it's okay. Rookie.
That's all right. Okay, I got it worked out, eh? I'm a professional.
So I understand you have some good news, Hack.
I got some awesome news, man.
You got another Les Paul?
This is better.
Oh no! What's better than that?
This is better.
Grandchild?
No, God, no, not yet. So finally got all the transfers and the PayPals and all that crap done. And today I did the donation. I already posted it on Instagram and I posted it on Facebook. So the Guitar Hack community, all you wonderful, awesome people, $580 Canadian went into the Canadian Cancer Society today. So that's just made my freaking day. That's
awesome, dude. That's killer.
Yeah,
killer.
man.
I chipped in $2 of that, I think. I got a shirt and a mug on that deal.
No, it was more than $2, man. No, it was awesome. It was great.
No, I'm glad you did that. That was really cool.
Oh,
yeah, man.
Look at the chat. The chat's blowing up. Hack got a Helix. Hack got a Wood.
Oh my God. You were playing a freaking red pointy Kramer thing.
I know.
You let somebody else touch Blackie.
I know. Why was I being punished?
I suppose if he wasn't Canadian, that would have never happened. I'm not gonna let no stinking Americans touch Blackie, right?
Well, you know what it is? It's like that. Like in that store, they had no Gibsons, right?
Yeah.
So I thought I'll bring my own.
That was cool. Just show them all up.
Yeah, it was all right.
You touched a couple of nice guitars in there, though. That Ibanez S model you had, I like those S models. How did it feel in your hand?
The problem with that guitar is it just wasn't set up right.
Yeah,
but it was good. It felt good. What I liked, and it was a guitar I picked up before the camera started rolling and all that. I grabbed a Telly, Butterscotch Telly Player Series.
I saw that one too.
That was awesome.
Right.
That was really good. That was probably, for me, the best feeling guitar in that place.
Is that a Mexican?
Yeah.
So
but
here's what I'm finding, though, on the Mexicans. They're hit and miss because shop down the road from me 20 minutes had the Power Caster, like the one you guys saw in the shop, except this one was the surf green color. Same guitar, but surf green. And man, I'm telling you that the ends of the frets on that thing were razor sharp. Like I never seen anything like it.
Yeah,
I was thinking about buying it, but it was just, I'm like, I'm going to have to take this to somebody or get them to throw in a fret job. Here.
For sure.
So,
yeah. But no, this one was good. There was no fret sprout. Like if I didn't see Mexico on the headstock
on that Telly.
Yeah, the Telly never would have.
Did you play the Power Caster at all?
No.
You didn't?
No, I played the other one I played that was kind of cool was a Gretsch, and it was one of the cheaper Gretches. I think it was like $400. That was pretty good.
Was it silver?
The only thing I found with the Gretsch though, man, is like the string tension is a lot tighter on that. It's a lot harder to bend on the Gretsch.
You noticed that too?
Yeah.
Every one of them that I've played have been the same way.
Yeah, like for chords, they're great.
Yeah.
But man, you really gotta work to bend those notes.
I don't like guitars that fight me back.
This Dan Electro that I got from Phil McKnight, it's kind of the same way.
Yeah.
I have yet to get my hands on one of those.
It's actually really cool because it's not like anything else that I've got. So it's kind of fun to pick it up and play it. And the neck's really cool. It's just real chimey. You know, it's a real bright guitar. I like the neck pickup though.
That must sound really good clean though, no?
Oh yeah, it does. I'm just not much of all the stuff I like to play is all got some gain on it, you know.
Right. That was cool. And I've read your
comment. I mean, what a nice thing to do though, right?
Oh, that was awesome.
Lord. Yeah.
I
was reading your comments about your P90. I see you kind of like that a little bit.
Oh man, I really, really like it. So listen, I'm not even kidding you. So since I got that Marshall, I just put that guitar through a tube screamer and right into the Marshall, and I've got it's the Plexi, so I've got 2 channels, but I've got them bridged together, so I'm using both.
Right.
That's all you need.
Yep.
That's all you need with that
That's
guitar.
Your crunch tone, man. That's your 70s crunch tone. And that's what I'm looking for all the time. It's that tone, man.
Awesome. No, Will. It's not Bourbon Night.
Oh, Scotch.
Scotch.
Is that a blend or a?
Oh no, it's
That's single malt.
Okay, so we talking. So I'm not a Scotch guy. Is this? So I know there's like 4 regions. Well, I said this. I'm going to explain Scotch to you, even though I'm telling you I'm not a Scotch guy. There's like 4 regions of Scotch. One of them's peat, which to me tastes like burnt tires.
That's Isla.
I can't drink that stuff. What's the Highlands kind that's on the East Coast?
Yeah. So you have Highlands, and you have.
That's better. I can drink that.
Help me out, Hack. You have Highlands. You have.
I don't know where they make it, man. I just know what I like.
Are you a blend guy or are you a single malt guy?
Well, obviously the single is the better, right? I'll tell you what I like. I like Lagavulin. That's kind of my favorite. And you were saying you don't like the burnt tires. I love the burnt tires because I'm all peat.
You like the peat moss kind.
I love the peat, man.
I've only had a couple of tastes, literally, and maybe it's just the kind that I have. But I was like,
yeah, it's not for everybody, right? But the more peaty, the more I like it.
The more peaty, the more smoky, the better I like it.
Yeah, peaty and smoky. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Now the Lafroig is it's an Isla. And you see,
well,
right there.
Yeah.
I'm just going low rent Canadian tonight.
Oh, there you go.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
You know what I like is a Crown Royal rye.
They make
I really like that.
Make a rye?
Yeah, it's got a green label on it.
Got a green label on it.
Okay.
Yeah,
they got an apple and everything else.
Yeah, I'm not getting into fruit, man.
To me, this is just bourbon made in Canada, right?
Yeah.
It's as close to, for me, of the Canadian whiskeys, it's the closest one to bourbon because I don't like Mist or Windsor or any of that stuff. I'm not into that.
Yeah.
Much.
And I know you're a big fan of the Bullet. That's my favorite bourbon, man.
I like that Bullet, but it'll put a hurt on you, man.
Bullet's good.
It's 90. It's 90.
Yeah.
Bullet to the head, man.
Have you tried the Bakers, Brian?
Bakers with a B or Makers with a M?
No, well, both, but Bakers with a B.
No, I haven't had that, but of course I've had Maker's Mark.
Dude,
a lot.
If you
a
like
lot
Bullet,
of Maker's Mark.
If you like Bullet, I think you'll absolutely love Bakers. So it's a division of Jim Beam.
Okay.
But it's a micro, it's a micro brew or micro distillery as a holding of Jim Beam. Oh, it's really good. It's 107 out the bottle.
It's funny you mentioned Jim Beam because the house that we just moved to this one a couple years ago, but I used to have some really cool neighbors that we would go over and play cards with all the time, and they were into bourbon too. And like every couple, twice a month or whatever, we'd have a get together. We'd do a blind bourbon taste test, right? And we'd bring like 2 different kinds, and we'd hide them. And his wife would give you a little tasters, and you would know which one is which. And freaking Jim Beam and win every damn time. I swear to God, I'm not kidding you. It would dominate. People would guess that, oh, this is the high end stuff. Nope, that was the Jim Beam. Wow. every time. It's crazy.
And another one is Basil Hayden's.
Oh yeah, I've had that.
That's good.
Definitely. Stuff. I've got one over here. I'm gonna show you the bottle.
So 585 hack, huh?
This one's called Lexington.
Okay.
No.
It's pretty good. Woodford Reserve. I'm sure you heard of that one. Dave's probably heard of that. I don't think Guitar Hat can get that one, or maybe he can.
I don't know, man. That sounds familiar for whatever reason.
It's the official Kentucky Derby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's what they make the nasty mint juleps out of.
Mm.
So this has turned into Dave's bourbon talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are all talking booze.
Yeah.
Yes, we don't have a problem.
No.
Yeah, we do.
Have a problem.
2 hands in one mouth.
I don't have a problem. I just got a liquor store about 5 miles down the road. It's not a problem. They got a bunch of different kinds.
I call that a problem.
No, actually, my favorite is, have you heard of Buffalo Trace, the brand Buffalo Trace? It's a bourbon made in Kentucky, and their top shelf is called Eagle Rare. And the only difference is they age it 10 years. So it's really smooth, and a fifth's like $29, which isn't overly obnoxious for 10-year aged bourbon.
That's
And
not bad at all.
it's really good, but it's kind of hard to get because they don't make a lot, right? It takes 3 times longer to make it.
Right.
So, but that's my favorite. I told Hack to look for some of that when you're in Nashville. There'll be a bar somewhere around Nashville that's got Eagle Rare. I mean, you're right next to Kentucky. You're on the other side of the border, basically.
Yeah.
So.
We have another special guest.
Oh, look at the baby.
Bear.
Yeah. It's the Care Bear.
Malamute or Husky?
Husky. Yeah.
So it's a talker.
Yeah, he talks. he'll probably talk to me here in a minute.
Yeah, he's sweet. Blue eyes.
Yeah. He's rotten.
We're down to cats now. We had a border collie. That's all I've ever had is border collies. They're so friggin' smart. But last one we had after we moved to this house, she was getting close to time to take her to get put down anyway, and she kind of ran off and didn't come home. So that sucked for the kids real bad. That was about a year ago. But we got kittens, so they got new kittens, so they like that.
You reading Quentin's comment?
Or my
Quentin James were thick cut household.
That's funny.
Thin cut is it? What are they debating here? Bacon. Okay.
Quentin just said my drinking buddies have a guitar problem.
Uh-oh, I hear a dog.
Yeah, that's Bear. That's
That's funny.
Can he say Quentin?
I haven't. We haven't worked on that one yet.
It kind of sounded like it. Yeah. See.
Yeah.
Quentin.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I kind of asked Brian to come on tonight and kind of share some of his stories. He, for those of you that don't know, Brian was a limo driver back in the 80s, and Brian's had the distinct honor of driving around a lot.
You could call it that.
Heroes.
He's also had the distinct honor of cleaning up a lot of vomit.
I wasn't going there yet, man. So, yeah, I thought it would be cool to get Brian on and have him share some of his stories.
Where do you want me to start?
Well,
start with a vomit.
Well, that was quite often occurrence.
Kidding.
So no, well, no. Listen, here's the fact of the matter. You don't drive the Rolling Stones every week. Those gigs come around every so often during the course of the year. Mostly, you got bachelor parties and bachelorette parties and wedding parties, and dumbasses that want to go out and get hammered and not want to drive, and dudes that want to hang out the top of the sunroof and blast rap music and drive through the neighborhood where you're afraid they're going to get shot at and they'll get missed and they'll hit you, and all, so it's all variety of different kind of people that you run across. But yeah, there was people that vomited in the back, and it was an extra $150 if you hurl, because I'm going to clean it up myself and put that in my pocket. I'm not telling when I get back when I turn the car in.
So Brian, I mean, what got you started in that line of business?
Well, what happened was originally my sister started working for this the biggest limousine company in Indianapolis, and it was called Indy Connection Limousine. It doesn't exist anymore. It got absorbed by a big company, got sold to a bigger company. But she was there just as one of the girls that answered the phone, that booked the reservations. And I was working for a telecommunications company. It was one of the first companies that had cellular phone technology, and we were mixed up with Cummins Trucking. And so we were putting cell phones in trucks so that companies could call their drivers, hey, dude, instead of deadheading it back, you got a load. And it was making them all kinds of money. This was real early, when you had to have it mounted in your car and a little piggy antenna on your car and everything. So she got me. She was telling me, hey, they're looking for some extra guys on the weekends, and I was like, well, that'll be fun. I'll make some extra money on the weekends. And I started making more money on the weekends than I was making 40 hours a week working this corporate gig, just driving limos, and it was cash, right? A lot of cash, tips, cash. And so I was like, after it came around for my review, and I was supposed to get a certain amount of raise, and that didn't add up, and I was like, I'm out of here, because I'm like, I can go do that full time. So the only drawback is it was, it's all nights, right? You're going into work at noon and you're getting off. You might go to Chicago and not come back for 2 days. You don't know. But I was young, I'm like in my late 20s, single. So it was a lot of fun, man. It was really a lot of fun. I did it for about 3.5 years till I got hooked up with my wife, and then it got to be too much, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was great. But that's how I got into it originally. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So who was your first?
The very first band I got to drive for was the Rolling Stones, but I did not have any of the Rolling Stones. I got to drive onto the tarmac, and they got off their big old giant Rolling Stone 747, and they all came down, and I had a van, and I had the backup singers and backup people, instrumental, keyboard guy. That's all the people I had. But I got a backstage pass, but this was the first ever gig I had. But this was at the big dome too. This was at where the Colts play.
Okay.
Concert, not at the smaller venue.
We're talking stadium.
Stadium. So we get them there, and I had a backstage pass. I'll show it to you in a minute. And they wouldn't even let me in. That was the only show I had a backstage pass to. I didn't get to see the show. I just waited for the band. I waited for the band for about 3 hours. Yeah, that sucked. So, but I'd only been on the job maybe 3 months.
Okay.
Because you kind of had to start off as a rookie. You had a driver number, and they went through a lot of drivers, man. They came and go fast. There was some guys there that had been doing it 15, 20 years though. And these guys were making a killing because they had regular customers that were rich people.
Yeah.
And they just got repeat customer. Just, they'd have gigs lined up for the whole week before they ever showed up. But yeah, it was fun. So, but I drove all kinds of bands. You want to see some of my passes?
We'll take a look at those. So who was your favorite?
That was easy. That's easy. That was Motley Crue, because I also got to drive them the most.
Okay.
And at the time, they were also my favorite band at the time.
Okay.
One of my favorite bands, in my top 3 favorite bands.
And on the converse of that, who was the biggest asshole?
Axl Rose, Guns N' Roses. All the guys in Guns N' Roses were cool except for Axl. That wasn't even close. Most everybody I drove for, the actual artists themselves, were cool. They had people they paid to be pricks for them. You know what I mean?
Wow.
They're security guys, they're tour managers, their personal assistants. Those people would get sharp with anybody at any given moment to get something done immediately and not care about it. But most of the people that I drove for were the artists themselves are really cool, really nice people.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, go ahead and feel free to show some of your paraphernalia there, and
I got some pretty cool ones. So I mentioned to you that's the first concert I did that I mentioned was the Rolling Stones, that I had the backstage pass, but I still couldn't get into the damn show.
Right.
Which was kind of hard. It might be easier for me to take these out of here.
And
show them to you instead of the scrapbook.
We got a house full of creeps tonight, buddy.
Is there a lot of crazy people in the chat? Because it's hard for me to watch it at the same time.
You're fine. You're fine. I was just Guitar Pit. Chris just popped in.
Hi, Chris. He's my buddy. I bug him every day. I send him stuff on Reverb. Hey, dude, look at this guitar. You should buy it.
Pooh, have a great night, buddy. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Later, Pooh.
It would be nice to see you again.
Thanks. From what I understand, Chris sold that Les Paul too.
He did. He sold the red one finally, Hack.
Sold the Les Paul. Congrats.
He did, but listen, he told me that he was looking for another one that was different, and that was why he sold it. So I don't know. Should we hold him to that?
Oh, the truth comes out.
So
Well, that's what I heard.
Own him, is it?
That's what I heard.
I'm
Plus, Chris tells me all the time, "Oh, I hate red guitars. You can't sell red guitars." And then he turns around and buys a red Les Paul. I'm like, dude, you just broke like 2 of your own rules right off the bat.
Yeah.
Craziness.
Even I like it, he says. Okay.
I tried to trade in my Kiesel for his Sir, or for his not his Sir, for his Friedman, but he was like, "You're insane."
So not everybody's seen the my latest acquisition. So that would be the Jackson Soloist.
Mm.
What year is that? Is it a new one?
It's a new one, yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
It's got the mini sharks.
Yeah, it's got the mini sharks. That's the only thing that I wasn't crazy about, but I mean, you know.
Is that ebony?
Yeah, ebony board. I mean, it does dampen the tone just a little bit.
Dampen the tone. Tone dampening. Tone dampening wood.
But it doesn't use up as many tone oysters when you make the fin smaller.
That's right. That's right. I'm glad you finally figured it out. It wasn't clams.
Buddy, I never said I was a marine biologist.
I think feeling a little under the weather. I think I'll have some clam chowder.
Oh God.
Oh my God. Clam oysters. It's only 11:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
I couldn't help it. I had to.
That was funny, man.
There are a couple funny bits going on.
Did you
back and forth.
Did you guys see Kaylin's video today?
No, I missed it. What'd you post, Kaylin?
Wait, I want to give my girl a big shout out there, Kaylin. Thank you so much. That was absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
I was having a really, really bad day and super stressed out all day long. And then I see that video and I just started laughing. I'm like, oh my God. and then I hit the comment sections. Yeah, the late crew flew.
I apologize because I missed it. I power watched. I don't know how many videos because I've been behind like a week. I'm just like trying. In fact, I just saw Hack's Cheap Trick cover today. I posted like 5 days ago or something. Shit, how did I not watch that yet?
That's all right, man. Appreciate you watching it. I gotta say, Chicken Guitars is saying, "Give me a break," because I don't know a hamster from a guinea pig. Leanne put a picture of one of the Guitar Hack mugs, right? And then she had like an animal beside it, and I'm like, "What is that? A hamster, a guinea pig, a gerbil? I don't know what the hell."
Well, okay. Man. I thought that was your pet, Hack.
No, man.
No, man.
You know what it was?
It wasn't you at all, buddy. No, don't even worry. It was a really stressful day from work, is what it was. I was pulling double duty today, and I was under deadlines from my normal job, and then I had people all day in and out. And it was just a really, really stressful day. So no, it had nothing to do with you, man, not at all. So go ahead, guys. Sorry.
All Kaylin's videos are fun, and she's such a good singer too.
Yeah,
she's awesome.
But yeah, anyway, so but I really just want to say big thanks to Kaylin. She's got a growing channel and quite a bit bigger than mine. So
she's got a growing guitar collection too, man. She got some nice axes rocking over there.
Yeah, she does.
Mm-hmm. She's on the hunt for a plimsoll too.
But the funniest part of that video was her comment section. Her comments, the comments on that video were just. I
gotta go watch it because obviously I missed something.
I didn't read the comments. I just saw the video. What were they saying, Dave?
Oh, so I mean, I'm not gonna call out any names or anything, but they were
Quentin.
they were saying, "Oh, I hope you feel better," this and that.
That was either Quentin or I got to go take a dump, Dad. One or the other. I'm not sure which.
I'm just sitting there laughing because everybody's thinking she's like legitimately sick, right? and then of course you could tell the ones that knew what was going on, and we're making some comments, not being direct, but making the comments of, I know what's going on here. And then there was one like, oh, get some chicken soup.
Oh,
like, no, I think I'll have some clam chowder, and I nearly pissed myself laughing.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Just take the oysters out. Or pearls out.
All right,
take the pearls out before you eat that clam chowder.
I'm gonna step away for just a minute and take this thing out real quick. So
take this thing out.
Don't mind.
That dog from the movie The Thing needs to go out.
So you're like getting pedals every day, man. Didn't you just get something, Brian?
Well, listen, man, I got that Marshall and it loves pedals, dude. Right, I'm selling my H&K.
What?
I got it on reverb.
Really?
Dude, I don't gig. I don't need 2 amps. That thing is freaking killer.
Yeah.
It's 20 watt, flicks to 5. I've got the little JHS. It's not an attenuator, but you put it in the effects loop. It works it like an attenuator. So I got a master volume control too.
Right.
So I can crank the channels, but not blow up the house.
And I know that cab. I know that orange cab. I've tried
12 vintage 30s.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it's heavy duty.
And it weighs
that. I got that for like $450 used. It doesn't have awesome. Because they can't get rid of them. Guitar Center trade in, and it sat there, and they're like,
it weighs a ton.
It weighs 1 billion pounds. I'm not going to move it. It sits there.
That's why I tried one, and I'm like, man, this thing sounds great. And then I try to pick it up. I'm like, God damn.
It's made out of oak or something.
This thing's screwed to the ground or what?
I know. It's really, really heavy. You should see me trying to get it, my scrawny ass trying to get it in and out of my pickup truck by myself and putting it in the bed of the truck. I'm like, oh my God, I don't think I can get it in there.
Yeah. No, I couldn't. Yeah.
Throw my back out.
Yeah, it's got V30s in it, right?
Yeah, 2 of them, 2 V30s.
212. Yeah. I got the
same 16 ohm.
Yeah, I got the same. I got the Hughes and Kenner version of that.
That's literally what I went to get. I went to the Guitar Center. I went to the dude. I said, I want you to order me one of those Hughes and Kettner 2x12 because they don't have them in stock, right?
Yeah.
To go with the 36. And he was like, well, yeah, I can get you one. They're going to be this much. He goes, but I got an idea for you. And he took me into they got a high-end guitar room at this Guitar Center where they keep the Gibsons and the high-end American Fenders and all that stuff.
Right.
Locked on the freaking hangers. And he's like, they keep cabs and nice amps in there so you can plug in and try out. He goes, come in here and check this out. This thing was like, has one little scuff mark on it, 450.
Oh, who cares?
Yeah.
Can't
even see the scuff. It's on the back.
Yeah.
What do I care?
Yeah.
So it was a good deal.
I bought mine used. My 212 H&K was used.
Was it? That's the way to go, man.
I don't care. I mean, it's all scuffed to shit anyway because in and out of my car like every week.
You gig, so that's to be expected.
And it's light or lighter.
Is it?
It's not bad. Yeah.
Sounds good though, right?
Oh man, it rocks. Yeah, and then the nice thing about it too is you can stand it up, right? Like it's got feet. So you can either stand it up or lay it down. 9 times out of 10, I stand it up. So that's my monitor behind
and
it.
It's wide enough on top so you can still set your amp on top.
You know what? Yeah, I mean, I got my looking at it right now, my 50-watt Marshall head over here. And that when you stand, because I'll use that sometimes, and you got a little bit of overhang on either side of it, but it's still okay. But the Hughes and Kenner, you've seen it. It's a toy, right? It fits on there perfectly, right? Even on the side.
You got the little bag with yours and everything?
Yeah, man.
You got the foot switch, the channel switch, and all that? Yeah, I see it back there. Behind Birdman.
Yeah.
I like the headstock on Dave's Bird because it's two-tone.
Yeah, it's two-tone, and he's got the banjos, right?
Yeah, I like your tuners better, but I like his two-tone headstock for some reason. I don't know, it's just sexy.
Yeah.
I'm back.
There he is.
Quentin, I'm not going to shout out your pal Yarrick.
Don't fall for that, man.
Not. I am not going to fall for that.
Guitar Pit says his Guitar Center does not have a high-end room. It's more like a pawn shop post-apocalyptic.
It's not important. Oh, hey,
that's our Sam Ash.
hey, Guitar Pit. Hey, Chris. Once I get moved, you can come visit and I'll take you to a real Guitar Center.
Yeah, that one in Arizona or down there by Phil. I've seen the one Phil goes to.
The Phoenix store is really nice. It's the one that's got the platinum room.
The platinum room.
Yeah.
So I went to the Sam Ash headquarters in Manhattan over last Thanksgiving while we were there on vacation, and they've got the Guitars of Distinction room.
Oh boy!
I'm not kidding you. I'm talking about damn.
Can you play them?
Yeah, you can play them. You can buy them too if you got won the lottery.
Oh, I know. No, but you know what? It's like you were saying that store, that other one where they had everything all locked up.
Yeah, well, I mean, all you got to do is go get the guy. He'll get whatever you want, but that's to keep knuckleheads from grabbing $4,000 Les Pauls off the wall and smacking them around.
I get the platinum room at the nice store that we have here, the Cosmo. Man, you can grab a $10,000 guitar off the wall
without getting a clerk.
No, man, you just walk in and grab it.
Well,
but this is the USA. Somebody grab it and run out the door and be gone here, dude. They're selling it for crack 20 minutes later.
Yeah, it's funny because you go like in the Phoenix store, you go in the platinum room, and they're all locked down, right? But all you gotta do is find an associate, and you can play anything you want. But
they had Chapman's locked down last time I was in there.
They have like the high end Chapman's locked down.
If it's $1,200 or more, it's got a lock on it.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty much. They still have them in there too. There's two Les Pauls, and one of them is a red sparkle and one of them is a blue sparkle. And oh my God, they're both beautiful. I mean, just absolutely gorgeous. They're like 3,500 maybe. I believe they're standards. I'm not sure what year, but man, they're gorgeous guitars. Because it's not like real big sparkle, it's real small. It's like real small sparkle in there, and they look real dark until the light hits them right, and then they just kind of have that little bit of bling on them. They're beautiful guitars.
I'm envious of your custom and Brian's Cote's. What's he got? The R9.
R9.
Yeah, and Cheddar's got one too, right? But I just can't imagine how much better can they be than my standard because it's so good.
You got to AB it, man.
Yeah.
It's the only way you'll know. You got to AB it.
I would never buy. I can't afford that. I'd have to sell 3 guitars to get that much.
See, that's
$5,000 guitar.
I'm in the same boat.
I spent too much money on that Kiesel. The Kiesel's the most expensive guitar I have because all my other guitars I bought pre-owned.
You want to know the difference between you guys in the States and us here? I'd have to sell 3 guitars just to buy a goddamn standard.
Yeah, see, I tell you what, man, I really lucked out.
To buy a standard. My standards here, the new ones with tax and all, they're like $3,700.
I'll put it this way: if I wanted an R9, I would have to sell those 2. I would have to sell the custom. I would probably have to sell both of my SGs to be able to afford an R9.
I am going to sell my SG.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because the new Les Paul with the P90s does the same thing that I bought the SG to do better.
Well, there you go.
I don't need both. Plus, I got to get 2 teeth pulled, and that's going to cost a freaking fortune to get implants. Luckily, they're back teeth. You'll never know.
Wow, you guys are awesome. Everybody in the chat, thank you all.
If people got watching, it's hard for me to tell on here.
Yeah, 30. Will says there's 34 in the chat.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Man, you guys are great. You guys are
Not because
you
of
guys
me.
are the rock
You
stars.
guys rock.
You want to see some more passes, dude?
Whoa.
Yeah, let's see what you got. There,
I'll
Brian.
just roll through some cool ones that I've got. This
Exactly.
one's pretty freaking cool. See if you can tell who that is.
Oh yeah.
So that was Hagar era,
Yeah, I was gonna say Van Halen.
right? And he might be one of the nicest human beings that I ever met. Completely high on life. Didn't need any extra substances. His counterpart, Eddie Van Halen, on the other hand, I can't necessarily say the same about.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he was in a phase where he was taking a lot of painkillers, I think, and drinking a lot, and he wasn't extremely nice. But I mean, he was okay. He was just edgy. But that was really fun. That was a 2-car job, and me and my best friend at the time, who was also a limo driver, got to do them 2 days. Picked him up and took him to the hotel, and then the next day they did the show, and then took him back to the airport. So that was fun. We got to spend a couple days with them. So that was neat. I mean, anytime you get to go backstage at a concert, get in free and hang out, it's always fun anyway, right?
Yes, you are, Quentin.
What's Quentin up to now?
No, I'm just trying to read what some of the
Catch up on the chat.
yeah.
You have one of those passes too, Ben Combs. Very cool. Cool. You must have went to a show and had a cute girl that they wanted to get backstage for Van Halen and let you in too. Is that how it worked?
Hey, Brian.
So getting back to R9s, Bobby Lopez says he tried an R9 here and it was $7,400.
$7,400.
Yeah.
That's Canadian money. That'd be like $5 US, right?
Yeah.
Okay, $5. Maybe 5 1/4. So that's not even a whole pack of cigarettes here.
Yeah, you got that. Yeah. That's in there. That's in the lint in your pockets.
No, really, I bought my son a car and it didn't even cost that much.
Well,
And he's got a freaking German-made car with a turbocharger in it. I mean, come on now. Let's get ridiculous. It's just some wood. It's really just wood if you boil it all down.
Really and truthfully, we aren't talking pesos here yet.
No.
I'm just messing.
I did see Hack's dream guitar today, though. There's some guy in Australia, and it's only like a 2 or 3 minute video on YouTube.
Right.
But he had that lemon, what is it, R9 or R8? I can't remember which one you said exactly.
Not an 8. Have to be a 9 or an 0.
Yeah, it was an R9, I think.
Yeah.
And it had a really cool, I mean, it looked like the brown Gibson case, but it had like a different kind of a finish on it. It was like a marbled case. The case itself was really cool too.
Brian, those are the lift and reissues.
Yeah, it was a reissue.
Case. The case is a lift and reissue case.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, I got you. But yeah, this kid, he wasn't that old, but he'd said, I've been saving up for this guitar and I sold all my other guitars. He couldn't wait to open it. He was like, whoa.
Yeah. Well, you said a guy was in Australia?
Yeah, I think he was Australian. Sounded like he had an Australian accent.
Yeah.
I'll see. I was going to send you the link. I'll find it and send it.
That'd have to be like 10 or 12 grand down there.
Yeah, because they're in the same boat as we are, man. Like in terms of like the dollar and the
taxes and everything.
Yeah, the same boat.
Pete Hickson's from.
Yeah, but you guys get a lot of benefits out of that we don't get here.
Well, I mean, it all, nothing's free, man. Like everybody goes, we have free health care.
No, you don't. You pay for it but you're just paying for it in advance, and we pay as we go.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
You're paying for it all the time.
Yeah.
Taxes here are like super high, income taxes, and then you get taxed when you friggin' buy anything. It's in Ontario, it's 13%, man.
Right.
I mean, buy some.
Guitar Pit's got it made. He lives in Texas where they don't have any state income taxes. So if you don't buy anything, you don't pay any state tax on anything except gasoline.
Wow.
Which they crack you on, but you think it'd be cheap there because they make it, but no, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
That's why so many people are moving to Texas, because they don't have state income tax. Florida too.
Yeah. Well, Oregon doesn't have sales tax.
None at all. No sales tax on anything.
Nope.
That's nice.
If it says $9.99, we pay $9.99. Now we pay for it in other ways, right?
Right.
So Oregon and New Jersey are the only two states in the union where you cannot pump your own gas.
Oh, really? You can still got to have an attendant pump your gas?
Really?
In any urban area, yeah. Once you get outside the urban areas in Oregon, it's that they've laxed that law a little bit.
What's the purpose? So you don't blow yourself up or what?
It's to make jobs.
Oh, right. Gotcha. But
Well,
geez, how much does the guy that pumps gas get paid?
Minimum.
$10.75 an hour, same as everybody else. It's
Burger.
minimum wage
Yeah.
in Oregon. Between $10.75 and like $12.75.
Wow, I remember when minimum wage was $3.25 when I was a kid, man. I was like, well, $3.25, I'm rich.
When I was a kid.
I made $90 this week. Oh my God.
Poor Hack, it was like a quarter when he was a kid.
Yeah. He had to go squeeze maple syrup out of trees and collect cans.
Work all day for a pack of bubble gum.
Hey, listen, where I grew up, I pulled tassels out of the top of corn. Most of you guys don't even know what that is. Detasseling corn. That's hard freaking work, dude, in the summertime.
Yeah. No, I've silk and corn, man.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's kind of funny. I mean, so and we have to pay for their jobs too, right? So like Quentin's saying, gas there is $2.48. Our gas here is like $3.40. So it's almost $1 more a gallon
more
here. Yeah. So we pay for it, right?
Right, Caitlin.
And our housing prices here are atrocious.
What about your property taxes? They high there too.
Property taxes through the freaking roof. You pay for it. You pay for not paying sales tax.
Yeah, they get you other ways. It's not like you're getting off for free anywhere.
No.
If you guys want to get into property values, I live in the probably the first or second most expensive city in Canada.
Yeah, you're right by Toronto, right? Real close to it.
Like you can't. I mean, it's gotten to a point now where, like, I got, my son just started working full time. He's 24 years old. He may never be able to buy a house in Toronto in his lifetime. Like, that's how bad it is.
He will be someday in his lifetime, but it might take him a while, right?
I mean, you're looking at. I'm talking like if you wanted a fully detached house here, you couldn't get anything less than 800,000.
What?
Holy crap!
Yeah.
No way, dude. Yeah.
So
that's LA. That's Pasadena money.
Yeah.
Condos here are going for like 600.
What? Grand?
600 grand, 500-600 grand. Yeah, like yeah. So you're,
dude. I don't even want to tell you what my house with an in-ground pool cost. You're going to be pissed.
I could probably buy 3 of them for selling this one. Like it's just something that just happened like in the last 10 years. Because when I bought this house, I paid just under 200,000 for it back in when I got 95. And now it's probably close to $1 million.
Caitlin says the chat age has gone from 14 to 41. Well, we need to lighten it up.
Yeah, no, it's gone really stupid here. Like a lot of people, what they're doing is they're selling their homes when they get to and then moving
to Florida where there's no taxes.
Yeah.
In the winter.
Just look at it this way, man. That's your retirement.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, except you got to have a buyer at $800K.
Well, the thing is, everybody wants to live here because this is where all the jobs are. It's
the happening city right now in Canada, right? I mean,
I got my mom who lives in a smaller house. Like, not my house is big. My house is like 1,200 square feet. It's a small house, small bungalow. But my mom's house is even smaller than mine. But because of the area she's in, her house is probably worth $1.2 or $1.3 million.
Wow.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And she paid $77,000 for it.
Even with the exchange rate, that's an enormous amount of cash.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. That's how stupid it's gotten here, man. It's like, so you look at these young kids coming up and you're like, holy shit, you know?
Well, here's what happened. And I just saw Guitar Pick said that same thing happened in California. It also happened in Florida. And then not too long ago, it went boop, and everybody lost their shit. You could buy some really nice houses dirt cheap in Florida for a while.
Oh, I know, yeah, but we're still waiting for that to happen, man. It's been going on like this for the last 10 years. We're still waiting to happen.
For the bottom to fall out.
Down, it's got to go down. It ain't going down.
See, we had a big housing issue here because we loaned a bunch of money to people who couldn't pay the loans back, and then it all caved in on itself and it got bad for a while.
Subprime, the subprime lending crash of 08.
Yeah, that was nasty.
That was nasty. And you know, that's the thing that kind of scares me a little bit. You know, we're just now going into a mortgage, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, it's not a little mortgage.
Would you go 30 or 15?
30.
Yeah.
You know,
dude, switch to 15 as soon as you can afford it, because you'll pay a hell of a lot less money over the 15 than you will over the 30.
I mean, yeah, we're at like 4.25%, which
that's not too horrible.
You know, which is I think is like prime rate right now.
Yeah.
And
so you got good credit.
Yeah, we've got decent credit, and you know, and we're going into it with, you know, we're putting a fairly substantial amount down. I just got another 10 grand knocked off the price of the house because the homeowner didn't want to, or the seller didn't want to do any of the repairs. So I said, well, okay, you don't want to do any of the repairs, then you're gonna knock 10 grand off the price of the house.
Right.
So.
And they don't want to lose the sale.
No, they don't want to lose the sale.
Just hopefully that the repairs that now they become your responsibility and they won't cost.
He'll end up saving money because he'll do some of it himself.
Well, yeah, yeah. So the two major issues are the foundation and I know that sounds scary, but all it is the beams. The beams are starting to sag a little bit.
It's a slab, right? Slab foundation.
No, it's not a slab. It's actually on a crawl.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, which is,
I'm surprised they have that there, because in Texas everybody's on a freaking slab.
Right. Most everybody in Arizona's on a slab, but there was kind of a little bit of thought into that, because if you bring the house up off the ground a little bit, you have that air pocket, and it's a little bit cooler. So I don't know. Maybe it works out there. Maybe it doesn't.
When I lived in Dallas, we literally had to water our house. Like the yard, you'd have to go around and like water the edge of your house, because if it dries out too much around your foundation, it would cause it to crack, and then you get a sag and it tear your whole damn house up, and then pay a guy a fortune to come out there and jack your foundation up and fix it.
Oh wow.
Shit.
So yeah. So
Chris probably knows what I'm talking about. Chris probably has to water his house.
So we've got to level the floors, which the estimate we got was like $3,700 or something. And then there's a little bit of roofing work that needs to be done, and that's going to be like $4 grand. So for 4,700 something, 5,700 something like that. So I just said, well, we've got the cash to be able to afford to do that. So it was dedicated for something else, but you know, we can squeeze that out and get those repairs done, and now you just knock 10 grand off the price of the house. Well, that's 10 grand less I got to finance. That's a lot of money over 30 years.
Crowbar says he'll never buy a house. He likes having a 2-bedroom apartment and paying $750 a month. And I was that way for a long time too. But over the course of your life, that $750 a month is going to somebody else. And my $750 is going to equity. So when I'm ready to move to Florida, I'm going to sell this house and get all my $750 a month back and put it on a house in Florida. That's, you know, I mean, that's how you got to think about it.
Yeah. So Scott McLean asked if I could tell who the other two guys are.
Oh.
So this is Brian Stewart.
Hello, Scott.
And of course, my buddy Guitar Hack.
Howdy.
I'm the real Guitar Hack. It's just his nickname.
I am the Guitar Hack.
Hey, hang on. There's only one hack.
You stole my line earlier, so if all's fair and love.
This is payback. So there can only be one packed.
I only made fun of your hamster one time.
Oh man.
Not supposed to talk about the hamster.
Sorry, it slipped out. That's
So-
off. Top secret. Pretend like that never happened.
Show us a couple more of your trophies from your.
Yeah, we got totally sidetracked on that.
Got totally sidetracked. Here's a trophy for you. This is a real trophy. This was really fun. These guys, there's 3 guys in this band, and they each got their own limo. And I got the guy that makes the band.
ZZ Top.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and it was super cool. And so after the show, they were staying at, it was a show. There's an outdoor venue in Indianapolis. It used to be called Deer Creek. Now I think it's called the Klipsch, something like that. It's changed names a bunch of times. But the show was up there, but they were staying at a fancy downtown hotel, which is about 35 minutes away. So after the gig, right, he's like, hey, dude, I want to take this Marshall amp back to the hotel room. You think it'll fit in the limo? I was like, dude, if we got to get some rope and tie the damn truck down, it'll fit, bro. It's Billy Gibbons. Bro, if you want to take this freaking amp back to the hotel, we'll strap it onto the roof. Okay. So that was fun. So he had his girlfriend with her, her name is Gilligan, and he's still with her. And this was, geez, good Lord, recycler to her. So it says on the pass 8991. So do the math. They're still together. But I'll never forget, there was 2 things that happened while I was driving him that stuck with me. One was we were at a stoplight, and this old rusted out like Firebird pulled up next to us. And she said, Billy, why is that car all rusted out? Because he's a car guy, right? He's got all kinds of cars, right? Why is that car just falling apart? Why is it so rusted out? He had to explain to her that where we lived in Indiana, they put this stuff on the road that eats your car in the wintertime, right? So you don't die driving on ice. She had no clue. She's like a Southern California girl. The other thing was is he wanted to go to the
snow in her life except for pictures.
Yeah, she had no idea. And then the other thing was he wanted to go to this certain bar, so he took him to this bar, and he got out and he walked into the bar with his own big old giant bottle of Crown, and nobody said shit. It's the only time I ever saw anybody take their own liquor into a bar and nobody even freaking thought about saying a word to him about it. Like, what are they gonna do? Throw Billy Gibbons out?
I was gonna get ready to say it's Billy friggin' Gibbons, man. Come
He
on.
went in there and drank his own whiskey. That was
That's
beautiful, man. It was totally awesome. So that was a good story. He was fun. They were really nice. All 3 of those guys were really cool. I got to talk to all of them, and they were really cool. So that was a highlight.
So what was the absolute worst experience?
That's totally easy. So I had 6 weeks before the Guns N' Roses riot in St. Louis. They played 2 shows in Indianapolis, and I had them both nights. And this was like a 4 or 5 limo job. They didn't all ride together in the same car. I had Duff one show, and I had Matt Sorum, who escaped me for a second. The drummer, he was the drummer by then. Matt Sorum, he was really cool. Duff walked around with a bottle of Stoli. Everywhere he went, he had a bottle of Stoli. I kid you not.
Big vodka.
Yeah, he was pretty out of it the whole time. But Axel's from Indiana. He's from Lafayette, Indiana, which is where I was born, and he hates it there. And he really wasn't. He didn't want to play this first show. It was like 4 or 5 days after the Indy 500. There was a lot of people in town for the concert and stuff that stayed over, and he literally, the show was supposed to start, 9:30 or whatever, and it was 10:30 before he even showed up. And the promoter was on the phone, dude, I'm going to sue you for every freaking penny you have. They were playing cartoons on a big screen in front of the stage because we're all like, we want to go to Roses, for like an hour waiting for the show to start. And then he came out and they played like one song. And then he went into a big, like 15-minute tirade about why he hated freaking Indiana and all you freaking stupid rednecks and blah, 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 blah. And then they played like another 45 minutes and then he mic dropped and walked off. And then the next night they actually played the full gig. He showed up on time and didn't do any monkey business or anything. And they were gone. And we were like, bye. Because we all lived there. We're like, fuck you, motherfucker. This place is badass where we live. You know, Indy's a great city. Indiana's a great state. So who the fuck are you? You know? So that was the worst one by far. Not even close. And most of the other guys were all cool, really cool, but he was a dick. That's how it is. So that was the worst one.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what was the most horrific experience? Like, you said you had to clean up some puke. You had to.
Oh, I got a good one for it. Well, I got two good ones. I had the CEO of GE, General Electric. Well, actually, I didn't have him. I was supposed to drive to Chicago O'Hare Airport and pick him up on an international flight and take him back to Indianapolis for an important meeting. So I deadheaded it all the way from Indy to Chicago. I got there. I pulled in where the international flights are at, and I parked my limo where all the buses and some other taxis and stuff were at. And I went in and I had a little sign like this, like these signs I've got autographs on, right? And I had the dude's name written on it. And I stood there by the escalator waiting for the guy to come out so he'd know I'm his driver, right? And I stood there for 10 or 15 minutes and I just kind of had to look over my shoulder and I noticed that my limo was getting towed off by a fucking tow truck going down the fucking road. And I'm like, oh shit. So it gets worse. So I always had two sets of keys and it was summertime and it was hotter than hell. So the limo was on, but locked. So the air conditioning would be blowing.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, when a car's running, the steering is not locked.
Right.
And this guy picked it up by the back of the limo with the tow truck and started driving off, and the steering wheel turned like this. And just as I run out and running down the damn road, hey, dude, it went like this and side swiped a parked cab.
Oh, no.
Like a brand new freaking Cadillac limousine, too. Had like 5,000 miles on it.
Oh, no.
So, and he just keeps going, and he's off in the distance. So there I am standing there with my sign.
No cab.
No fucking limousine in Chicago, 3 hours from where I'm supposed to be going with no car. So I flagged down the Chicago cop at the airport, and I'm like, dumbass just towed off my thing. And they hit this of course, now there's like an accident scene because the cabbie's all pissed. Hey, what just happened? And the guy kept going. After he hit the cab, he hit and run this cab with my limo, right? So the cop,
the tow truck driver's in a hit and run.
The tow truck driver hit and run a cab with my limo dragging it behind his tow truck while I'm running down the freaking road at Chicago O'Hare in front of the international arrivals with people from all over the freaking world going, what the?
Oh, man.
Holy shit.
So long story short, this cop feels sorry for me. So he takes me to like a 5-mile drive where the impound is at, because that's where they took my crashed my now wrecked limo. So he takes me there and he's like, well, there's like $250 impound fee to get your limo out. And I'm like, you fuckers just wrecked this limo. I'm already going to get fired and you're going to charge me $250 to get it. And they took mercy on me and gave me my car back. So the quarter panel on the front was all caved in. So I had to get down there and like pull it out so it wouldn't rub on the tire. And of course, by this time, dude's been waiting at the terminal for like 45 minutes, right? And there ain't no car. And he's like, well, fuck this. And he hired a little private plane to fly his ass. He was in Indianapolis before I got there, before I got back, because he got a little plane and flew there.
Wow.
So I got no pay, no tip, and my ass chewed. I didn't get fired. But then here's the funny part. The taxi company in Chicago tried to sue my limo company for the damage to the
cab, right?
To the cab. Yeah. And they had to get the insurance to work it all out. Yeah. It's lucky I didn't get fired.
Wow.
But yeah. That was bad. And then I had another trip to Chicago that was bad. I took some people to a Cubs game. Took them up there. They went to the Cubs game. Cubs won. They were happy as shit. Driving back to Indianapolis, and there was a car or a truck in front of me, and some wood or something fell off of it, and I ran over it, and I got a flat tire. So I had to pull off on the side of the road, and I was in a Cadillac, and I got in the trunk, and I got the spare out, and I'm getting ready to switch it, and it was a spare for a Lincoln because we had Cadillac and Lincolns, Fords and GM. Well, guess what? They got a different bolt pattern. So now I'm sitting on the side of the fucking road with a spare that won't go on this fucking car, middle of fucking cornfield, USA. So next thing you know, I'm hitchhiking my ass down the interstate, and a trucker picks me up, and he takes me down to a place, and I get off at the exit, and I go in, and they can change the tire, right? So they're gonna go back, and they're gonna get the wheels, and they're gonna put the good tire on the right rim so I can leave. And so this is an all-day job. I'm in Chicago and back, and these people are mad, and I got no tip. So that was another bad. Chicago's bad, man. Like, don't give me no Chicago jobs.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you said you said your favorite was Motley Crue.
Yeah.
And how many different times did you
Twice on the Dr. Feelgood tour.
Okay.
They played Indianapolis, and then they came back through on a different leg and stayed in Indianapolis and played Terre Haute and Fort Wayne, Indiana on shows. So they were there on that period. They were there for like 3 days, and they were there 2 days the first time. So in total, I drove them for about 5 days.
Nice.
Yeah. And they had a couple of days off. So they wanted to do stuff or go places or, what have you. So that was pretty cool. And they were all really nice.
That's cool.
That was during they were staying straight.
Yeah.
Period. And I literally took Tommy Lee to an AA meeting at a church in full Motley regalia too, bro.
That's awesome.
Yeah. They had these sweet biker jackets that had like girls logo on them. The 4 of them each had one, man.
Right.
Like motorcycle gang jackets. He wore that thing in there. They were sweet too. I wanted one of those jackets. Let me show you something they gave me. They didn't give me this. Their security guy that was really my boss, more or less, gave me this. So it's a pin, and you'll see Mick Mars, he has a beret that he wears this pin on.
Yeah.
And this is, you can't buy this.
No.
These were a handout deal that they had to give you one to get one. So that's one of my most prized possessions. And then this laminate pass was given to me by Nikki Sixx. So that's also one of my favorite things that I have. And I also had a guitar pick that he gave me, but I gave that to Phil McKnight.
Okay.
And that was one of the reasons he gave me that guitar, or one of the reasons he said he gave me the guitar anyway.
Now, I did happen to see something when you held the laminate passes up there.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
There was the one on the left.
There's a band on the left that looked familiar.
Well, both those bands should look somewhat familiar.
Yeah.
The one on the left.
But I did not drive for either of these bands. I wish I would have.
Oh.
But they didn't use limousines when they came around when I was driving. They had tour buses.
Yeah.
But this was actually given to my son. I took my son to, when he was 13 or 14, Motley and Kiss toured 3 or 4 years ago, something like that. And it was the Kiss half tribute band in Motley. But
nice.
I wanted him to at least see the Kiss show one time.
Yeah.
Regardless of it wasn't Ace or Peter, and I made sure he freaking knew that too, Hack. I was like, you see that one dude over there? That's not the real guy, just so you know. But it was a good show, and I wanted to see it. But what happened was there was a nice lady. And of course, I had my 13-year-old son there with me, and they're like, "You're such a good dad," because it's all people our age, right, Ack? You're taking your 13-year-old to see Kiss. That's so awesome. Because he had like a little Gene Simmons shirt on and everything, right? So she gave him the laminate pass.
That's cool.
After the show. And then this one is from something my wife and I did. We paid to get an Aerosmith backstage tour pass where we got to meet everybody except Steven Tyler and Joe Perry in the band, right? But it was worth it. It was still cool, and they were all nice guys. So,
Brian, do you know why I did that?
Why'd you do that? Because it had Kiss on it. You wanted to piss Will off.
I saw that tour.
You will.
I got better than that. If you want to really piss him off, no, I'm just kidding.
I saw that tour, Brian.
Did
Actually,
you?
that was the tour. That was the Spider tour, and
Yeah, with the stage, yeah.
and actually at that tour, I did the VIP on that tour.
Did you get to do the on the Kiss tour?
Yeah, I did the VIP. So
Right. Is that when you got to meet Tommy? Because you told me you had met him one time.
I met him. I met them all. Like when they were doing the acoustic thing.
Yeah.
Like Paul Stanley was like, if I reached out, I could scratch his nose. That's how close he was, right in front of me the whole time. And then they were asking for songs to play because we recorded the whole thing, and all you can hear is me telling them. It was like my personal jukebox.
Right. That's awesome.
I was trying to get them to play all the songs that they don't play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like do anything for my baby and do all
Rocket Ride.
Yeah, well, can't do Rocket Ride.
Well, you could. I mean, he does everything else. Like,
all that stuff, and that show, I was like right dead center, like center.
Did they play their disco tune for you?
Disco theme?
I don't remember if they did that on that tour. I don't remember.
I gotta say, I was pretty much out by Dynasty.
Oh, the last good show I saw of theirs was when they did a Live 35. I went to the Cobo Hall show. They played Cobo Hall because they were not gonna do any more shows there.
Yeah.
And at that point, Paul could still sing.
Yeah. I saw him on the reunion tour in Dallas at the Reunion Arena, and that was great. It was really, really, really good.
96 to like 2000 or whatever.
Yeah, around then.
Yeah.
Late 90s or 2000, because I moved back from Dallas like in 2001, so it had to been around. I got the ticket somewhere in this book.
But by the time that the tour that you're talking about with Motley Crue, he was done.
Yeah. But my son wouldn't know the difference. I just wanted to see him.
I get
stage
it.
blow up. Stage blows up. This one dude's gonna spit fire and blood, and it's gonna be cool as shit, dude. Watch this. He's getting ready to spit the blood. He's like, "Oh my god, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
I guess never had a good show. You're all nuts.
I don't know about that, man. I saw back in when they were in their heyday, they freaking blew places up, dude. They literally did. They were really good back when they were young.
If you want to,
they've been out. They've been old for 50 friggin' years.
Yeah, man. If you got old bootlegs, or if you get like Kiss Alive, anything from the Kiss Alive tour, or right up
before that, go watch the Winterland videos in black and white from like 1974 before they ever sold a freaking album, and they're playing in a little theater.
Chris, man, he was a beast on the drums back then, man. He was
hardcore.
Yeah, man.
They were heavy.
All right, I'll stop.
All right, sorry, Will.
Very well.
No more Kiss. We could talk some blues. You want to talk blues?
Oh, that's
no. I went to see Kiss. No. They were pretty good. No.
Not that kind of blues. How about these kind of blues?
Sent me a picture over Facebook, and it's of him and Mick Mars, and it's a very, very young Quentin James.
Oh, really? How about those kind of blues?
Clapton.
Yeah. That's really the only guy that I ever got like kind of starstruck. And the first time was this one in 1990, and I didn't have him in my car. Again, it was a multiple car job because he had a really big band. He had a drummer and a percussionist and like 3 guitar players right. And, but after the show, I happened to be standing by the lead car when they came out, and I opened the door for him, and all I could manage to get out was, "Hi." It was like, "Hello." It, jumped in the back, and I shut the door. I was like, "Oh, fuck, that was fucking Eric Clapton." You know what I mean? I mean, he's pretty big freaking star. Pretty big. And the show was, it was so freaking good. They were so good.
So out of all the ones that you drove, who was the most boring?
In Excess. They were weird.
Yeah.
Really weird. I got that one right here.
Who did you have in the car? Did you have Michael?
All of them.
them.
All of them. They all piled in a big old 8-passenger limousine.
Mhm.
They were just strange. They were quiet. They all had spandex jumpsuits on, and they rollerbladed around the freaking arena before they did their sound check and shit. And I was like, these dudes are freaking out of their minds. I don't know. They were just strange. The show was good, but they just struck me as odd.
You
Did you
ever drive the Colt around?
No, never had the Colt. I had Damn Yankees. Trying to think some other bands I had. I got a full list of stuff somewhere. I had Rick Emmett from Triumph.
Oh yeah.
Rod Stewart. I had Rod Stewart, and it was just me and Rod in the back of the limo.
Wow.
And driving to the show, and he had a cassette tape. He had his own cassette player, and he popped it in, and then he sang to it on the way to the show to warm up his voice. So I got my own little private Rod Stewart freaking concert on the way to the gig, which is pretty fun.
That is very cool.
That was a cool memory. Oh, I had a bunch of smaller acts. I had Public Enemy and Ice-T and Flavor Flav. Flavor Flav was a hoot, dude. Yeah, I had bands like that too. You know, I got all genres, because if they need a limo, they need a limo, right?
Right.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So
now, how long did that last? How long did that whole gig last?
I did about 3 years.
About 3 years.
Yeah, and I went to school during the daytime and then stayed up all night. Pretty much.
So you lived the rock star life then?
Yeah, it was rough, dude. I was rode hard to put away wet.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
The worst nights were you'd go in at noon and you'd think you'd be off by maybe 11 or midnight or something. And I don't know how it works now if you work for a limo company, but the way it worked for me is unless I had somebody in the freaking car, I wasn't getting paid a penny. So they paid for the car and the gas, right?
Right.
And then I had a fund that I donated to out of my paychecks that built up to like $750, and that was the deductible. If I wrecked the fucking car, I had to pay the deductible, right?
Oh,
but they take the $750 out up front, a little bit at a time. These guys I worked for were from New York. They started this limo company on an American Express card, and they were Italian, and that's all I'm saying. Okay. So they were a little on the shady side, and they were at war with every cab company. I mean, all the cab company owners wanted to just murder these dudes because we would undercut them. We'd go pick people up at the airport for $5 in a limo and drive them downtown flat rate. These cabbies just losing their minds. They couldn't compete with that. But he was doing it on purpose to lose money on purpose to take their business in the long run was what he was doing.
So
it's crazy.
What you're seeing there is my work laptop. I have no control over what they put on my work laptop. Just saying.
Oh, what's that?
He was.
What, did porn flash up on there or something and I missed it?
Because my lock screen on my laptop showed up, and I was just letting him know I have absolutely no clout whatsoever on what they put on my work laptop.
Will asked me if I ever drove for Quentin. Quentin doesn't live too far from Indianapolis, so if he was up there playing a gig, you never know. Could be.
So I just received a secret message from someone who shall remain nameless. Who
the NSA?
That shall remain nameless. Who bought another guitar that shall remain nameless? That I approve.
Is it Chris?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Chris, are you buying another guitar? Chris always buys guitars.
I already know about a top secret guitar he's already got coming. So this is 2 guitars then.
He is no longer disowned.
Oh, he bought something else with the first letter G in the manufacturer's name.
Still part of the club
with an IBSO in the middle.
I will still answer his calls.
Does it rhyme with Fibson?
Chris, if we showed Hack some of the guitars me and you look at every day, I think he'd get physically ill.
Probably. Well, you guys can do not the Helix, the Kiesel, right? I don't know how you can do the headless thing, man.
Dude, it's awesome because it weighs like nothing. It's like playing a feather, and its setup is.
See, for me, like that's the thing. That's like I'm not playing. It wouldn't feel like a guitar to me, man. Feel like a toy, like a ukulele or something.
Let me tell you, it sounds like a guitar.
No, but I don't know. I need that feel.
One of these days we'll hook up and I'll bring it when we do, and you can put your hands on it and see what you think, because it's pretty fun.
Yeah. Well, I get it.
I'm keeping it tuned down a full step anyway. It's sort of my Motley Crue axe right now.
Yeah.
But it does that well. The pickups in it are kind of hot. The lithium pickups, they're their own brand. Took me a while to bond with them.
Are they active?
No, they're just different than anything else I've ever played.
Right.
I don't know how to explain it. Maybe Pitt can help us out. It's almost like they got built-in reverb. I don't know how to explain it, man. They're really hot and warbly. Does that make sense? It's like they got reverb that's turned up all the way. I don't know.
Huh.
That's crazy.
So
play some, record it, make a video.
Yeah, I haven't made a video. I'm behind in videos. I'm trying to finish the Charvel thing up.
Right.
So how's the Charvel going for you, Brian?
Good. So I got the bridge all back together tonight, and actually I'm in the midst of shooting the final part where I'm putting it all back together, which the last thing to do is just put this bridge back on and string it up.
Sweet.
So, and I'm not going to re-intonate it unless I have to. So I'm not moving these saddles a bit until it goes back in.
Yeah. No.
I got it right here.
Nice.
So, and I tested the pickup. It works. So my wiring job worked out with that Liberator deal. Right.
Right on.
So pretty clean for 31 years old, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It's nice. Pointy.
Yeah.
Put your eye out.
Brethren.
It's fun to play it too. It's got a really super thin, I don't know what they classify. I guess it's like a D-shaped neck.
Yeah.
But it's mega thin. But it's really hard maple.
That's like the
rock maple, whatever they call it.
That's it's very similar to. Looks like it's very similar to the neck that's on my BC.
Can I see those?
Not my my old BC.
Can I see those inlays, Brian?
They're just dots, but these are clam dots. They're not oyster. Because if they were oyster, they'd have a little bit of pearlescent to them.
Yeah.
But see, Hack, oysters are the only things that make pearls. Clams do not make pearls.
That guitar is going to sound like ass because there's no tone oysters in there.
That's what somebody was telling me it was going to sound like ass because it didn't have a tone knob. I'm like, well, it didn't fucking come with a tone knob, so I don't know. That means it must have sounded like ass in 1988.
No, it's all about the oysters, Brian.
You know what? I don't think there was too many guys in 1988 rolling off the tone knob anyway when they were buying shreddy freaking pointy cigars. They were buying shreddy pointy cigars.
Pointy cigars.
You could still get them from Cuba in 1988.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the tone clam.
Tone clam.
Tone clams.
Oh man. Were you in the chat for that one, Brian?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was the one that told him it was the oysters, not clams.
Brian's the marine biologist of the group.
Yeah, that's right. Well, at least I know where pearls come from. You guys got to go look at my Facebook page and watch my fishing guide, buddy. His clients are trying to reel in this big tarpon, and a big, like 20-foot hammerhead shark comes up and eats the damn thing right at the boat.
So, what color is that Charvel, Brian?
It's called burgundy mist. They still make this color.
It's burgundy mist.
Okay. Burgundy mist. Yeah, you'll still see them around in this color. It's like it's not. It kind of looks big. It's like a dusty rose metallic finish to it.
1985 called. They want their guitar back, Brian.
It's 1988, so it wasn't even made yet.
Now, Brian, is that gonna have the ultimate tone gold hardware on it?
It will never have any tone gold. Tone pewter, maybe. No, tone gold.
Black hardware. It's gonna sound darker.
Yeah, it comes. It's a black. It came with black hardware. When I put gold on there and pimp it all out, then it'd be like a pimp guitar, pink and gold.
I mean, come on. The gold gives it gives it a richer tone.
It works. It works on Kaylin's guitar. It doesn't work on mine.
Oh, you mean?
I know you've got.
You mean this one?
Yeah, that one.
This one right here, the one that had tone gold on it.
Before I bought that SG back there, I was looking for a white one, but I didn't want one with gold hardware, and they're hard to find unless you want an Epiphone.
Well,
which I didn't.
This one, the tone gold is mostly gone on. I mean, the tuners have a lot of tone gold left on them.
I make an exception for gold on that one. If you don't want it anymore.
I was saying to him the other day, Brian, I go, man, that white SG looks so much better with chrome.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be. It'd be so much better.
Brian, yeah. You can have this when you pry it out of my cold, dead hands.
It can be arranged. I know where you're about to live. At least the general vicinity. I know what you look like.
Well, yeah.
I know where you look like. I know where you live.
Well, I posted a picture of my house on my Facebook.
Oh, that was dumb.
Oh, man. To cover the address at least.
Good luck finding it.
I was doing an unboxing the other day. I took a magic marker and scratched my address out on it. Yeah. You know, there's some crazy dude out there who wants to come steal your stuff.
Yeah. Well, when I posted the what I was talking about earlier, like the cancer, the what do you call the receipt thing, whatever. I made sure that I went in and I scratched out my Visa number and my address. All that shit.
All of a sudden, it's like, damn, I bought an R9 and it didn't even show up here. What the hell happened?
Oh, man.
It got shipped to Oregon. What?
An R9. Two of them.
Actually, Brian, or not Brian, Dave, I just called, remember the guitar picks?
Yeah.
I haven't got them yet, right? So I called the guy today. I'm like, what's going on? The guy hasn't even shipped the damn things yet.
Oh, man.
I could have driven there and picked them up, man. The guy's like an hour out of town. Like, what are you waiting for, man? He goes, oh, yeah, I'll be shipping them in the next day or two. I'm like, what?
It's fine, man. All right, my address won't change for probably another 3 weeks, so we're good.
Wow, gee, I hope the hell you get them before that.
I'm just glad you got it worked out. We got put in so much limbo. We closed on the house we were living in. We sold it. It didn't even go on the market because we lived at a lake, and the realtor knew people that were wanting a house at the lake. And so we sold that house, and then we closed the very next day on this house. Except when we got to the closing, they're like, oh, crap, there's a problem with the survey. We can't close. Well, this was like on a Thursday, and the people that just bought my house were planning to move in on Saturday, and all of a sudden, I got no freaking place to live. What am I going to do with all my shit? So it was like a nightmare. I had to pay rent to the people that I sold my house to live in my own house for another week while we got the whole thing straightened out with the survey so that we could close on this house. And I was like, I'm gonna have to live in a hotel, put all my stuff in like storage.
What a mess.
Yeah, it was a nightmare.
So we have a new Helix purchase in the house.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Mr. McLean bought himself a Helix today.
Did he get the full-on deal or just the pedal jobby?
Did he go full Helix?
Did he go full Helix or partial Helix?
He went full Helix.
Half Helix. Full Helix.
All Helix all the time.
I kind of like that Kemper myself because it has the built-in power head.
Yeah, I mean that's got a cool. That's kind of cool.
But it looks like a 1972 toaster in my mom's kitchen because it's like avocado green. That 1970 kitchen like, you know, what your refrigerator was, either butter, goldenrod, or avocado green.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scott also just bought himself a new Jackson as well.
Oh, really? Which one did he get?
So he got the basically the same model as mine, but with the flame top.
Oh, nice.
So it's I guess technically the SL2 QM or whatever, SL2Q. So
what is with Jackson and Ibanez's like model numbers?
Numbers.
Oh my God, just name it something and let's be done with it.
Yeah, give it a proper name, right?
And there's no way to decipher the code. I don't know what the difference between a 750 R12 1972 and a SK 412 1974 are.
I gotta address this. So Gwen is saying that he has a Helix, and I don't let him use it on his live streams.
What?
Yeah. I've forbidden him. That's like, buddy, can you know how to set it up and make it?
Do you know how to set it up?
So I know he says he has one, but
Yeah, I don't see it.
Have we seen any videographic proof of this yet?
right?
Yeah, man. I
So-
want his life.
So it's not just me then, right?
No, it's not just you. I haven't seen it either.
There you go.
I haven't even seen a photo on Facebook of it.
Me either.
At this point, it's the mythological Helix that
Mythological.
rose from the ashes.
It is a Helix rack, supposedly, allegedly.
Or a rack, allegedly, till proven innocent, till proven guilty.
Hey, we love you, Quentin, but everybody's fair game.
Oh, Quentin gets his shots in.
Oh, I know he does.
Shit.
Yeah, he was trying to get me to give a shout out to Yarrick earlier. His buddy.
I'm sure our ugly mugs will appear on Facebook sometime in the next 12 hours.
Oh, no, not just Facebook.
Be like Three Stooges or something.
It'll be on Facebook. It'll be on friggin' YouTube.
Instagram.
You know, I get home from CanutCon and I go on my Facebook.
You came up with that name, by the way.
You put my ass on Facebook. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, I did. Playing his pointy guitar and everything. He's like I'm going for total humiliation on this one.
What are you doing there? So whatever you do, guys, don't get up and turn around. Your asses will all peel over.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the number I'm talking about. GRE1234 HH23678902177822019A. What's the difference between that one and the one without the A?
Right. So, real quick, Scott probably won't be playing guitar because when you use Hangouts, it doesn't matter who's playing. It makes it sound like it's under. It sounds okay for about 5 seconds, and it sounds like it's underwater.
There's
Sounds
a way.
like he's playing in the submarine.
Yeah.
There's a way around that.
Okay.
OBS, your favorite app.
No, Streamlabs. Don't get me going on Streamlabs. But if you're doing a Google Hangout and you go to the settings,
Yeah.
the gear wheel, click on that, and it'll say voice. And if you click on that, it'll give you an option between voice and studio.
Studio. Oh.
Go to so what happened? Because
the day.
if you go on studio, right, and you play, it won't do the underwater thing. But if you're talking, it's not. You won't hear your mic as well.
Okay.
Right, so it's like EQ to an instrument. So the other day when I was playing, I had it on studio, and I was playing the guitar, and I was had my face right in the mic. And then when I went to voice, then the mic got louder.
Okay.
Right? So you can do it.
Okay.
Right, but you guys are going direct. When I play, I'm going through a mic into what do you call it?
Mixer.
Interface.
An interface, thank you, into the computer. So that's how it works for me. I don't know if going direct, if it has does the same thing. I'm not sure.
Gotcha.
Heck, when you're shooting your videos, not your live streams, but your other videos, are you getting video and then syncing audio to them in your editor, or Are
Yeah.
they synced automatically?
No, man, I gotta do. It's a pain in the ass.
That's why I like this camera that I have. It's it has a built-in mixer, so the audio. I mean, I can have them separate and download them separate if I want to, but I can also have it downloaded as one.
And it's a good
file
quality
together.
recording.
Yeah, it does real
Audio's
fine.
good.
Yeah, real good. It's the
You guys
Zoom
wonder- you guys wonder-
Q8. And it wasn't that expensive. And it has built-in stereo mic, and it has all kinds of mics that you can shotgun mics and other mics that you can detach and put on. But it has 2 XLR inputs on the back.
Mm,
So you can run 4 mics on this one camera into it.
mm.
So I can run out of my Marshall because it has, output besides just going to the cab. It has an output like the Hughes and Kettner does. And it's
got a
on
DI,
this one,
DI out.
yeah, DI. This one has a 1/4 inch. The Hughes and Kettner has XLR, but it does the same thing. So I can run 2 of those. So if I want to, I can run out of the amp and use my Shure 57 mic both into the camera, plus have the stereo mic that's built on all at the same time, and it'll mix them all with the onboard mixer on the camera, which has its own little mixer and everything. It's all digital screen. It was like $350. That's all I'm using right now for everything. And it shoots in not 4K, but like it calls it 3K, but it's like 2300 by 1900.
Yeah.
Which is more than enough.
That thing I did for Phil Mosley, like I recorded the video using OBS.
Yeah.
And then I recorded the audio through the interface. And I don't know if you've watched that, but if you watch it real close, I try to line it up, and I couldn't get it bang on. I'm still slightly off. So you're hearing the note like I can't remember. It's either slightly ahead or slightly behind.
You say you're using Movie Maker?
And I'm still using Movie Maker because it's just so stupid simple, and I know I can edit a video in no time, and I use every feature it's got, like everything.
So Hack, there might be a little. I don't know what you're trying to or how you're trying to line up your audio and video, but one thing you can do is do a really loud clap, and that'll help you line up your video audio.
Yeah. I've done the clap thing, but it's when you're playing, right?
Right.
And you're trying to, I'm moving it by literally friggin' fractions of a second to try to line it up.
Yeah.
And it's, sometimes I'll get it, sometimes I won't,
I'm using the VSDC freeware editor, and then you can buy the pro version and upgrade it for like $19, which allows you to see the waveform and line it up easier. But I don't have that problem since mine's coming straight. When I download the file straight out of my camera, it's already one file. And then I can manipulate the audio or the video. I can put it in effects. I can split it apart, speed it up, slow it down, whatever I want to do with that software. But I get my file already with my audio where I want it before I'm downloading it, and I don't have to screw with the audio part afterwards. I don't know how good it sounds, but it's easy that way.
So I've also used OpenShot. I don't know if either of you guys have tried OpenShot.
I've heard that one.
It's free.
Up on.
And it makes it pretty. It actually makes it pretty easy to sync your audio and your video.
Does it?
Yeah.
Well, Mayhem's telling me I should get Cyberlink Power Director. I used the free version of that for a while.
Yeah, check out OpenShot because you can get OpenShot and Blender. They're both free, and they're.
I had the free OpenShot. It was killing the computer.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
I used the Movie Maker 2 hack, and then I switched over to the VSDC, and it only literally took me like a couple, like one video to figure out, and it's way more easier to do way more stuff.
And you're working off the free download version of that?
Yep. Yeah, you can work the free download version. The only thing you don't get is just like a couple little extras that you pay for $19, and I've never paid for it yet. I don't need it. I don't find that I need it. I get a little annoying pop-up every time I open it that says upgrade by clicking here, and I just close that and I'm on my way.
That's something to try.
Yeah, you could try it. You know, you don't have to use it, but you could try it, editing one and play with it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm using for everything now. So these like Charvel videos that I'm putting out, they're all through that.
Mhm.
So all the audio that I'm capturing, I've got a like a a small lapel mic. Plus, I'm using the mic on the camera. So
Yeah, like when I go to, I mean, I'm going to talk about this tomorrow with Jason, but when I go to Nam, he's bringing a camera, right? Because my, I know, the only camera I use would be my cell phone, and so he's going to actually bring a camera with a boom on it. So
Oh, nice.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
I'm
that'll be
grabbing
cool.
my camera so you guys can see how nice and compact this thing is. So this is how it starts out. It's really small. This pops up. Comes with two stereo microphones right here with their own mixer volume control on the top, right?
mm,
And then you've got your little screen here and it rotates so you can watch yourself while you're recording. And then the cool thing about it is on the back, it's got these two XLR inputs,
or quarter.
right? Right. And then
Yeah, or quarter.
on the side, you've got these are volume and mixer controls and buttons to turn off the individual mics. So if you're
Oh,
not using them all, you can pick which ones you want. And then it built into the software, once you turn it on, let's see if you guys can see. I don't know.
So
We'll
the
just,
thing is, though, like if you're gonna do like, can you see when you're blending all the mics and
can't
that,
see
you
it.
really need a few sound samples to hear all the levels and make sure that
You can blend it so you can. It's got a headphone jack, so
ah,
you can plug headphones in, and then you can play. And then it has a mixer, which I wish I could show you, but I don't think it's going to show up on the screen. So because of there's a
there
mixer
it
in
is.
here. Can you see the sliders?
yeah,
And
you
it
got
has
the
it
yeah.
has phantom power in here. It has you can drop the dBs up or down for each mic. You can do all kinds of stuff with it, and it was literally like $350.
Oh,
I
wow.
got it from Sweetwater. And then they sell all these. So this microphone up here, this one with the stereo, see how it just popped off? And they sell all kinds of different mics that go in here. Like they got a boom one, they got a stereo boom, they've got different. Just you could shoot your concerts. And one thing about and it zooms in and out, and it has the further you zoom out, the more wide angle type view it gives you. And it has a bunch of built-in like for indoor or your garage or concert, has a lot of built-in light settings that seem to be spot on, indoor, outdoor,
Mm.
that kind of stuff.
So
So
what camera is that, Brian?
it's called the Zoom Q8.
Okay. There you go, Jasco.
Yeah,
What's
So
the
did you say,
manufacturer?
Zoom.
Oh, Zoom is okay.
Yep. They make a lot of cool cameras and mixers, all different kinds of stuff. Sweetwater sells most of their gear.
okay. That's cool, man.
I saw somebody else's YouTube video of review of the camera before I bought it because I was looking for something besides I was just using my phone when I started off. And it shoots good video, but not good audio. Right? You can't really mic up your cab and put it into your
No,
Right.
Android phone. Well, you can if you get one of those little mixer, I forget which company make. There's a little white mixer thing that you can use to live stream and
there's a hell of a difference, you know, the sound quality that I'm getting now, like when I'm playing with the backing tracks or whatever, using the interface and the mixer compared to when I had on my phone. It's night and
yeah,
for
did somebody give you that or give you a good deal
yeah.
on? I remember when you
So
got it.
this was I got this from Jason.
Mm,
It's
Jason Wade.
yeah, it's a Presonus audio
Right.
box because he just kept buying shit
He upgraded to
like
something
that thing
different or
just
something,
sitting in
didn't
his
he?
closet, and yeah, he was nice enough to send that up, and
Sweet.
yeah, it's only got two inputs on it, right? So I got one. Well, one I'm using right now. This is my voice mic, and then the other one is I got a SM57 always pointed to a speaker, so I can record anytime I want, right? You know, with a backing track, or I can record my own stuff. The only thing I don't have is with the audio, the software I have, or maybe it's there and I don't know how to use it, but I played with it, but it's a pain in the ass to like record like a drum track or anything to play over it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm still just, that's why I use a backing track, because everything is there, and then I'll throw a lead over top. You know. You gonna
So
show some, Dave?
there's the Focusrite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No longer using.
that's like the one you start off with, right?
Yeah, that's the two. This is the second gen 2i2.
That's
Yeah.
basically what I got.
Yeah,
The same idea.
yeah.
I looked at buying one of those and just getting a separate camera and doing all that, but then when I found this that basically has that built into the camera for that money for $350, I was like killing two birds with one stone. Plus, I can film my kid's graduation and all that stuff with it too, right?
And now I've upgraded to. Don't laugh at all the wires, but now I've upgraded.
Wow,
to,
look at that. So that's like the board we used to have at the radio station.
So
That's a serious studio board. Yeah.
The 10 channel Oh, sorry. Doing this is backwards. So it's the Yamaha 10 channel mixer with fader.
Nice.
So
It's cool.
You got all kinds of tools on there.
yeah. Well, I wanted to make sure that I had, so I've got the Helix is running out of stereo into one of the stereo channels, and I'm just running it 1/4 inch, like instrument cables.
What are you asking me, Dale? Which model? The camera? It's called the Zoom Q8. If that's what you're asking me. So, what do you guys got your eyes on for a guitar? Because it never ends, right?
No.
No.
Nothing for you, Hack. Besides a Lemon R9.
Yeah, that's like a pipe dream, man.
That's lottery money.
That's lottery money, or that's like when I pack it in and I no longer gig, and then I'll sell everything I got and buy that one guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. And like I was saying earlier, I mean, I really like the surprisingly the 50s, the new standards. I like the Tobacco Burst,
Mm-hmm.
and if I ever find like a one that, because I'm real picky about the burst, especially when I'm spending almost $4,000 on it. Like when I get a nice perfect teardrop and a nice book match, and that burst looks really good, and the guitar plays well, I'm going to be in big trouble. Because those burst bucker 1s and 2s and those guitars sound awesome.
I'm really good.
But I'd have to sell like 3 guitars to buy the damn.
I shouldn't tell you that I saw a couple. Zach,
No, you
Will's waiting for a Kramer and an FU tone guitar.
and I didn't play them. I absolutely actually refused to pick them up and play them because I was on a mission.
Mm.
Right? So I can't tell you how they played, but I saw at least 2 of them at one Guitar Center and another one at one of the other Guitar Centers, and 2 of them looked really nice.
Yeah.
I mean, like matched very well, and that perfect teardrop shape that you're looking for.
Yeah.
And
I haven't even seen one yet.
I've seen
pictures and send them to you.
I've seen how many have I seen at this point? I think 2 or 3, and none of them were good.
Nobody in my town has seen one yet. The guy at Guitar Center is supposed to call me. I don't know. You think the Guitar Center in Columbus would get them before Canada?
I'm in Canada.
Nope. He told me when I got the Marshall, the only reason I got that because I told the guy before, I said, hey, if you ever get one of those new Marshalls in, call me. And he did.
Yeah.
It wasn't even on the floor yet. It was still in the back.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I saw that Marshall head, and I saw the JCM 800.
Right.
The 20-watt one, and the they were sitting on the cabs that came with them. You know, the narrow 212 cabs.
Yep.
And when you see that little head on a cab, that looks really cool, man. It's like it's a shrunken, 412 thing, right?
If I didn't already have that one, and they didn't want so much money for the cab that goes with the new Plexi, I'd get one because they look so awesome. They got that old school finish to them.
Yeah, you got the grill cloth that came with the Plexi. Was that like that old school looking grill cloth? The other one was just black, right?
Black, like an 80s.
Yeah, black. Yeah.
No,
I look really sharp.
I can't give up that cabinet, dude. Plus, I like the cane finish because my grandfather used to cane chairs, like that cane that's in the Marshalls in the front, and he put them in the seat in the back of old antique chairs, and he would redo them for people. So it kind of matches some other furniture I have in the house that my grandfather worked on. So it's kind of cool. I like it because of that.
Yeah,
I would not have an orange one though. If I'd have walked in there and like, yeah, we got this orange cabinet for $450 and it had orange Tolex, I'd have been like, yeah, no, thank you.
You're like, yeah, well, the black looks.
It has to have the black. I have to have the black.
Good, yeah.
So neither of your guys have a guitar on your radar at all. Because I have one on my radar at all times. Doesn't mean I'm going to get it, but there's always one on my radar.
You're going to laugh.
I'm looking at the picture right now.
What do you think about that?
What are you guys looking at?
No, I'll send it to you in a second, Brian.
Oh, okay. Send it on Facebook.
What? You're talking about the guitars that are hanging like 8 feet off the ground there?
Yeah. Take a peek.
They don't want you touching it.
I don't know how good they turned out because I just kind of quick snapped it.
Well, here's my problem with those finishes, right? The tobacco burst in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a perimeter burst.
Right, but
that's unacceptable.
That's
a perimeter burst.
That's on like a $4,000.
It sounds like a specialized weapon of some kind. It only detonates with a perimeter burst.
Yeah. The one on the right, I don't know what's going on there. I like the zebras on it, but I don't know what kind of finish that is. That looks like some, I don't know, special run or whatever. The one on the left there beside the perimeter, perimeter tobacco, I can't tell from the picture if that's like a teardrop or not. Is that a cherry?
Oh, I see what you mean by perimeter burst. That's horrible.
Yeah. Well, that people dig them, man. I mean,
yeah.
I'm old school, right? I like the old school tobacco, right?
Right.
I guess horrible is harsh.
Yeah, so the reason I took that was actually for the price. Those were all used, right?
Yeah.
And
so this was at Guitar Center, and
place looks like a dump.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not the actual Gibson wall. Their Gibson wall is
God, I'd hope not.
To the right. No, it's to the right of that, and they have probably 45 Gibsons in there.
Oh, nice.
Holy shit.
That's way more than mine has.
And I mean they've got them on the wall. They've got them sitting on stand. I should have taken a picture of it just so you got. So that's the Guitar Center in which one?
Bayou or Arizona?
No, that's the Guitar Center in Clackamas, Oregon. So that's up near Portland. It's kind of southeast Portland.
Oh, they're asking for a screen share. Can you do a screen share of that?
I can't. Oh yeah, I can't. No, let's see.
I don't know if you could do that on.
Yeah, hang on a second. Let me pull it up here.
You need to crop it so you just have the guitars at the top.
Yeah.
Or if you can just pull the picture up.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Give me just a sec.
The one on the left, though, doesn't look horrible.
I don't know if it's a if it's a perimeter or a teardrop or a teardrop. I can't tell from that picture.
Got a lot of glare on it.
Hang on a second. Share. Minimize.
Hey, I got a new subscriber. Tom Kiss. Tom, if you're in the chat, thank you, sir.
Yeah, man. I'm still trying to get to 750. I've been at 747 for last week.
You know, if you put Dave's and mine and yours together, we'd be at 1,000.
Hey,
Yay! So there you go. So
there you go.
See.
Oh, there you are.
So that's the this one right here was, I'm trying to see. It's hard to see how much it was, like 2,400. So the one on the left, this one was like 2,100. The one in the middle, and then the one on the right was like 27. So the one on the right, or sorry, the one on the left was like 25 or 24 or something. Then 21, and then 20, and I think 24.99. So this one on the right is a quilt top standard.
Okay.
And it's kind of this it's kind of like a red, well, kind of pinkish. So it was actually a really beautiful guitar.
Am I the only one that doesn't think quilt tops belong on Les Pauls?
No, you're not.
So you guys don't like quilt tops on Les Pauls?
Well, I'm not
saying like too much
I
flame.
just don't like them on Les Pauls.
I like them on PRSs.
Or Acacia or something, you know.
But no, you know what it is? It's like a Les Paul, like even too much flame on a Les Paul throws me off, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I don't mind
Mine's pretty flamey as they go.
You know, I don't mind a bit of flame, but not crazy flame. And quilt is like obnoxious flame. You know what I mean?
So they have a blue one there that when I bought that guitar, Blueberry Burst, that was the first store I went to in Portland, and they had a couple of Blueberry Bursts, but they were really pale. Let me see if I have that picture.
Barefoot Mode says in the chat he wants a Gibson Red Widow. Have you seen that one?
Oh, those
Trogley's done. It's
those
the black
cool,
and red one. He's got it for sale on his. He wants 5,900, but I already know he'll take way less than that. He's a offer taker guy.
Yeah.
Or a trade guy.
Yeah.
That thing is sick.
Okay.
Sick. But I'd have to trade him 4 freaking guitars to get it.
Chicken Guitars is talking about a Nighthawk is probably my kryptonite.
Nighthawks are cool.
One gold toe knob on it.
Yeah, I know what a Nighthawk is. Those are cool.
What's a night? Why can't I think of a Nighthawk? The Nighthawk I'm thinking of is it? There was a model of Les Paul that had one pickup that was sideways and 2 standing up, and it was
they're flat tops.
Right? Is that the same guitar I'm thinking of?
Yeah, they kind of look like a Les Paul. They're a little bit skewed. They're thinner body, and it's a 3 pickup. They're generally 3 pickup guitars, and
isn't one pickup slanted?
Yes.
So it is the guitar I'm thinking of. Okay, you know who used to play that when those things came out? I think Nancy Wilson from Heart.
Yes.
Oh yeah, she jams.
She was. Yep.
What I'm looking at's got like a mini humbucker on the neck and a humbucker on the bridge, but like you said, it's slanted.
Yep.
And then it's got funky looking like dash inlays that are broken.
Yeah.
And like a Strat style switch and 2-tone knobs with a funky looking hardtail.
Right.
I just got a sub, Han36 Solo. Thank you for subbing to. Now
it looks like a freaking Schecter is what it looks like. I swear to God, it looks like a Schecter with a Gibson headstock.
Yeah.
So I'll do another screen share here.
Yeah, screen share. You can just Google it. There's a 96 one Gibson with standard Fireburst. I mean, it's got a cool finish, but I don't know about that shape. It's so Schecterish single cut. Or LTD or something. I don't know. It's just not very Gibson aside from the headstock.
I was talking to, I think it was Dave, not this Dave, but the other Dave, about the non-reverse Firebirds.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are cool, but they're kind of stubby.
You like them?
They're different.
So those were the two.
Oh yeah.
See how
Purple
it's kind of
blueberry burst.
yeah.
That's
So-
got some purple though, that one.
That's an 18.
Yeah, it is. It's one of the GC exclusives.
Right. We had those at Sam Ash, but not with that much purple when I was
Right.
working there.
So I didn't like that, right? I like the flame in that because I like wider flame like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And that one's book matched pretty freaking well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
I kind of like that chevron it makes right between the pickups.
Right, exactly, right. So is this the same one? Yeah, that's the same one. Pop this one open here. There you go. That's a more straight on
That's
look.
not horrible, but it's too
Not
much
horrible.
purple.
But it wasn't really kind of my bag, right? I didn't want the
Is that a standard or a high performance?
no, it's a traditional.
Oh, traditional.
Yeah, so 2018 traditional. And then of course I went to Beaverton store
I like that one better.
and I mean it just had more character. I mean
You
it's
know,
like
that looks more. I don't know. Maybe it's lighting, right? But I don't see as much purple in that as
Right.
with photos.
I like the less purple, and I like the fact that it's got like watermarks on
Right.
in the maple.
so you can see a little bit. I mean that's better light to show.
It might not be book matched quite as well as the other one, but I like the watermarks at the lower half of the body.
Right. So and that's what I'm saying. It moves a lot.
Yeah.
So it's got a ton of motion in the bottom of it.
That's the thing with flame, eh? Like it's all about where how you tilt it all the way. It's all about how light hits it.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? Too much, too little.
Exactly.
Like here, everybody's going for the guitars now. So, so if you look at that one,
Right.
so here I'm gonna present myself so I can
Go
see
ahead.
it.
We're all getting our Les Pauls out.
All right. So, can you see the flame there?
That's sedate. That's nice though.
Right.
not over the top.
Yeah.
But see, when you hold it like that, you don't see any flame really.
But then as you start to it's got a lot of movement.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I don't have a real bright light here to show it, so but here, let's see. There you go.
Yeah. I can see it moving. Yeah.
See the matching on that? Can you see it?
Yeah.
What finish is that? Because that's not cherry.
No, this is light burst.
Light burst.
Light burst.
It's almost like the unburst, the new color.
Almost like a T burst. Yeah.
T burst, yeah, ice T burst.
See what I like about it is like if you look at the matching, like it's almost perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That really is a good one.
But this was 6, man. 6 of them to find this guy.
What year's that one?
It's a 2016.
That's what mine is.
You know, and
mine's more flamey than yours.
Let me show Brian here.
Yeah.
Mine came from.
That's a straight cherry.
Yeah, this is a cherry. Mine came from Wildwood Guitars. I like it because it also has the.
Oh yeah, you got the vertical lines in it too.
Yeah.
Well, hold on a second. Did you take off the poker chip?
No, it didn't come with it.
Mine did.
So, well, this one hack came from Wildwood Guitars, and it was a special run for that they ordered from Gibson. So I got the poker chip and I got the pick guard, but they were never installed. And I just decided to, because it came that way from the factory, to leave it off. I like it. I like it off. It is very flamey, but I don't know, dude. I mean, that's pretty freaking Ace Frehley right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going more for Jimmy Page. That's why I got the light burst. Because I've owned cherry burst before, and I kind of like him as after the red goes away a little bit.
Right. It'll fade over
I
time.
just like how this one's made.
Plain old black is nice.
Perfect.
Yeah, black. But you know, they complained during these 2016s. Everybody was ripping on them. Oh, it's freaking. They're not. QC's bad.
Well,
They're bad guitars. They're horrible. This thing's freaking immaculate, dude. There's not a single thing wrong with this guitar.
I mean, that's the thing, right? Somebody was saying the other day, oh, I'm going to buy a guitar. Should I stay away from 2016? I'm like, oh, I got a 2016. I mean, you can't say every guitar made in 1 year is garbage. Like that's just even just how could you say something like that?
There is 1 year of Gibson that is a little bit on the scary side, and there's a reason why I say they're a little bit on the scary side, and that's the 2013. And the reason 2013s are a little bit on the scary side is they're a royal pain to change the nut because they epoxy the nut on the
okay.
So
stupid.
There is a reason why I say 2013s. If you can stay away from 13s, stay away from 13s. But that's the only but there is a reason why.
But the thing is, like, I mean, yeah, I went through 6 light bursts before I found the right one, right? But it doesn't mean that the whole year was bad. No. And I don't think it ever changes. I think regardless, you got to find the right one. And whether it takes you 6 of them or 10 of them, like the whole thing about, well, every PRS is absolutely perfect.
Yeah, no.
You don't have that problem with PRS. Every guitar you pick up from PRS is perfect. I'm like,
I disagree with that.
You know what I mean? But that's the whole thing. Oh, it shouldn't be like that. You should you know what? I tell you, I've picked up Fenders, same year, same model, even the same damn color, and one is great and one is shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. It all comes down individual instrument. And then again, it comes down to the individual. Because what I might think is shit, you might think is great.
So, Hack, do you pick the guitars or do the guitars pick you?
I don't know, like, how to answer that. They don't come over and say hello. You know what I mean? Like,
they'll call you up on the phone. Hey, Hack, I'm over here at Guitar Center. You need to come by me real quick.
But I mean, think about it, right? Do you pick the guitars or do they pick you?
I don't know. I mean, I pick them up, I play them. If they sound good and they feel good, I'll know like in 30 seconds if I like the guitar, really.
Yeah.
And then it's just a matter of me deciding if I like it enough to buy it.
Right.
And I'll play them without plugging them in first.
Oh, always.
Because if I don't like the feel of the neck and you know what I mean, and if it's fighting me, then I don't want it.
So I have a pretty good theory, and you guys may agree, may not agree with me. You guys may agree with me. When I pick up a guitar, when I'm going guitar shopping, I'll go pick up a guitar. I won't even plug the damn thing in. I don't care, because if it don't sound good
or it doesn't feel good,
and it don't feel good acoustically, I ain't gonna buy it.
I might plug it in, but I'm gonna sit there and play it first because there's no point. If it feels like shit in my hands, there's no point in plugging it in.
But my thing, if it rings acoustically, it's usually gonna sound really good once you plug it in. And I mean, I have which one? Like this one. Oh, here's something you guys have never seen. One of my collection. Nobody.
Ibanez RG.
Yeah. It's just a 120, man. Just an
Is that Paul Farrow or?
Huh?
Is that Paul Farrow or?
No, it's
Rosewood.
It's Rosewood.
It's got a lot of figure to it.
It really. So my son bought this, and when he moved out, he left it. So I inherited it. So.
Oops. Dad'll take your shit if you leave it behind.
Yeah, I mean, but it's got the.
Oh yeah, it's got the shreddy neck.
Yeah, it's got
that's like the one on my Charvel, almost the same shape exactly.
But so this guitar's life has been spent. Well, the last several years, its life has been spent up in the office. So, seeing as how I'm no longer working in the office, I figured I could go ahead and bring it back home. It's a little bit out of tune, but I mean, it's a cheap guitar, but it needs.
It plays nice and sounds good. What difference does it make?
Yeah, man.
But
like talk about that player series that Fender Talia is playing. That guitar in Canadian money is $800. So for you guys, that's like $125.
That's like $500 for us,
Yeah.
right?
But you know what? It was a great guitar, man. Great.
Right, but my point was, it doesn't really have that acoustically. It doesn't really
Ring out.
ring, right?
Yeah.
This one does. This one rings out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very, very happy with this guitar. Very, 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 very happy.
Played mine on Sunday at rehearsal.
One of these.
Played my black. I got the black.
Oh, you got the black one, right?
But I played.
Is yours an 18?
Yeah.
Is it? So you got an 18 classic and it's just black, and you got the black, and there's what, gold in this and the Pelham, right? Is that the three colors? That's the only three colors that came in, right?
Very available. Yeah.
What, Firebird?
No. The 2018 classics with the P90s.
Oh, yeah.
My new guitar.
Yeah, classic. Yeah.
I don't have it here. I'd show it. I don't have it here.
This one's sweet.
Yeah.
Nice back. I saved $1,000. I paid $1,300. He was asking.
Dude, that back's got a little bit of wiggle to it.
Yeah, it's not bad, dude. It's got a couple little tiny dings here and there, but
no, but the wood itself is what I'm saying. The wood itself's got some wiggle to it.
Yeah, it's really nice. And you know what? Here's what's crazy. This classic weighs less than my chambered standard by 3 ounces.
That's awesome.
My classic's the heaviest guitar I own, man.
I bought this one because the guy told me it was 8.6 pounds, but when I weigh it myself, it's 9. I don't have an actual scale, so I just weigh myself on the bathroom scale, and then I hold the fucking guitar and weigh myself again. And
do the math.
9 on the money. Do the math. But still, 9's not horrible for a solid mahogany.
No.
That's like, hell yeah, I'll take that all day long. It's not like I'm gigging with this big beast anyway. I'm just sitting here playing it.
Yeah.
How much does your BFG weigh?
Oh, like, I don't know.
7, 8. Yeah, they're fairly light. Is that maple neck on that? I can't remember.
No, it's mahogany.
Mahogany.
Yeah, it's mahogany. It's open pore. Yeah, it's mahogany.
Okay.
Oh, it's open pore.
Huh?
It's open pore?
Yeah.
No finish on that then, eh?
No, it's finished, but there's no filler. So they
right.
don't put a grain filler.
Everything.
Right. They don't
Pack
put
is the
nothing on these things.
Is the binding on yours like pure white like mine instead of cream?
You know what? That's why I like the look of it, because it's all black.
Different.
The binding just pops.
Right. And I like this because sitting next to the other one with the white, and I ordered that pick guard for it. I ordered a 5-ply pick guard because I
saw the black,
because it's got the friggin' hole drilled in
it.
it.
The holes, eh?
I hate the hole.
Yeah, mine. Yeah. Well, they come with a pick guard normally, so I don't know why they took it off. That's weird.
So they took it off, right? And the guy I bought it from, they took it off. They traded it in at a shop without the pick guard. So the guy I bought it from didn't have the pick guard.
Right.
Which is one of the reasons he was asking $1,400. I got it for $1,300. I was like, well, you got no pick guard, dude. Which the custom made one I bought cost me $39. So I was like, he's like, okay, I'll do 13. I was like, sweet. I'll pay 13 for a $2,300 guitar that's a year old with no pick guard when I can get another pick guard.
That's almost like the deal I got on this guy right here.
The Cherry SG.
No, the Firebird.
Oh, the Firebird. I
went in the store last week. That if I picked up and bought that same guitar now, it's over $2,000, and I paid 13 $100 for it.
Oh wow!
And it was used.
My local Guitar Center has 3 of them with the autumn shade or whatever color it is, and they're trying to give them away. They've got them marked down to like $1,000. They got 3 of them. They still have the plastic on the pick guards and everything.
Yeah, I just took it off the other day.
Yeah, but they're trying to get rid of them because they've got all these new 2019s.
That's it.
Showing up. Plus, not just 2019s, they got mid-year, not 2019s, getting ready to show up.
That's why I was saying to you, I forget, was it on, I forget what chat it was, Brian. It might have been mine. When you were saying something about, I want a P90 Les Paul. And I kept telling you, man, grab a 20.
Well, that's why I went on the hunt.
Yeah,
I was
man.
looking at the new ones, right? They got a new one, but it's got the 50s neck. And I already know I like the slim taper on my other one. This has the slim taper, and they are really close. This one's a little bit chunkier to feel in my hand. But I mean,
hang on a second. That neck that you got, that's a 60s neck.
Yeah.
The neck that you have on your standard is an asymmetrical.
Yeah, they're a little bit different. They're slightly different.
Difference.
Yeah. But they're both 60s. That one's just asymmetrical and slim tapered. I think this one's slim tapered too. It's just not asymmetrical.
That's right. That's why you notice the difference. That's why that would feel a little chunkier than the other one.
But I could still play it. It's not too bad for my tiny little freaking hands. Like I'm afraid a 50 might be. So
you know what? I've been playing 50s and loving them.
Yeah, that's what you said.
I don't know why, but Chicken Guitars is out. Good night.
Yeah, have a good night,
It's getting kind of late. I haven't looked at the thing for a while. Sorry if I'm ignoring you over here on the chat.
Have an awesome night. Hey, thanks for the shout out again today, Kaylin. You're awesome. You absolutely rock, Chicky.
You need to get some more chickens, chicken girl. We liked your chickens.
Dream of oysters, Kaylin. Dream of oysters.
Dream of oysters and dream of clams.
No, not clams. Only oysters. Clams are just low rent oysters.
Hamsters, gerbils, guinea pigs, all that stuff.
Clams are what you order when you can't get oysters. Nobody ever said clams make you horny. So that's how you know oysters are better.
Clam strips are awful good, though.
I didn't say they were bad. I just said they don't make pearls.
No.
I don't know nothing.
He's landlocked. Well, no, you're not. You live right next to a freaking lake.
Yeah.
Big ass giant one.
Lake, man. There's
it's lake.
No clams in the lake or no oysters in the lake.
They got those zebra mussels in the damn thing. I could be at Hack's house in 30 minutes if I didn't have to drive around the lake.
Yeah, the lake's a problem, eh?
Yeah, it is. It's a big geographical hazard without a bridge. We're not going to put a bridge up either because we're trying to keep everybody out.
Yeah.
We're trying to put up a wall.
We're not trying to make it easier. We're trying to make it harder, bro.
We're trying to put a wall, not a bridge.
Yeah, we don't want no Canadians in here taking our jobs.
Everybody in Hollywood said they were going to Canada anyway, and I haven't seen one single person move to Canada yet.
I was going to say it's so left, have they?
It's too damn sunny and warm in fucking LA. They're like, I was going to move to Canada, but
really?
Fuck that shit. They got winter.
Yeah, they think it's all fun and games until the snow sets.
Yeah, I know.
It's June the 10th here, and it was still freaking cool out there. I don't think we haven't hit 80 degrees yet here.
Oh wow!
It was June 10th, man.
It was almost 90 today here, so it was warm.
It was pretty hot at the Indy 500. I was sitting in the sun for 3 hours. It was a hot day.
I'll pass on the mountain oysters, Will.
Ew, those don't qualify as oysters. Do they have mountain oysters in Canada? Do you know what that is, Hack?
No idea.
Oh, okay, somebody enlighten Hack because I don't want to be the one that tells them.
Hey, you know, Hack.
It's a part of a pig.
Hack. Is
a what?
You know what a gelding is?
A gelding.
Yeah, they castrate a horse.
It's been castrated.
Oh, castrate a horse, a gelding. Okay,
so you got something left over when you castrate it, right?
Yeah. So These are bulls balls.
And you can get them deep fried or pickled or
Holy shit!
baked,
They're called mountain oysters.
spaghetti.
So if you ever go to when you're in Nashville, if you ever see mountain oysters on the menu, just don't order them, okay?
Don't order them. Don't order those. Don't order those. Skip it. Just go with the hot wings, bro.
Yeah, go with the ribeye or go with the prime rib. You're safe.
If you're looking at appetizers,
and
skip the balls.
If you see anything that says chitterlings,
you don't want those either.
Okay,
you don't want those either.
We don't pronounce the erlings. We just call them chitlins.
Chitlins.
Yeah, don't get those either.
Yeah, I don't get those either.
No,
avoid those at all costs. You could get some grits though.
The hell, okay. So I only came across grits once in my life, and that was when I was in Vegas. And I'm like,
well, that's not the place to get grits.
No.
Well, they called it grits, and it was.
They might have called it that, but that's not what they were.
That's not where you get grits, man.
What the hell?
No,
well, I'm saying,
totally not.
I heard something called grits, and I hear grits all the time. Like, what the hell is grits? What is that?
So, do you know what grits are?
I'm asking you, man.
It's basically it's just corn.
It's corn.
Yeah.
Saying you got grits in Vegas is like saying you got grits at McDonald's, dude. That's not. Those were not grits.
That is not what you get.
Called it grits. What do you want me to tell you?
R2, they have
it's not corn. It is corn, but it's hominy. It's hominy that's been ground up. You know what hominy is?
It's a type of corn.
It's corn that's been soaked in water till it blew up.
Dale Palmer's asking me if I've led a sheltered life.
Well, he's from Canada. What do you expect?
I'm from Canada. We don't do grits. We don't do.
I mean, they have to live in an igloo like 9 months of the year. They only get to come out to like hunt seals and shit.
I came outside today. There was a shiny thing up in the sky. Somebody told me it was the sun. What the hell is that?
There was a shiny thing behind you the other night, and I told you it was a UFO, and you didn't even turn around to look.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you're in Nashville, there's a couple of places you got to go, right? You got to go to a Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Why? Why are you sending him to Cracker Barrel?
Cracker Barrel's here, man.
Cracker Barrel's always safe, right? It's always a safe place to go.
You're not going to get stabbed at Texas Roadhouse.
Oh shit.
No, so you got to go to like Cracker Barrel, right? For bread.
Right.
Cracker Barrel, and do yourself a favor, get the Sunrise Sampler, all right, and get the country ham with it.
You know I'm gonna forget all this, right?
Yeah, he's right. Are you right? Are you writing this down?
I'll remember.
Cracker Barrel. Don't get stabbed.
Sunrise
country ham.
Because it's got like a little bit of everything. So you get grits. You get the hash brown casserole, which is actually pretally good. I actually really like the hash brown casserole.
What was that place you were talking about?
So there's H&T's Home Cooking.
That's the one.
H&T's out on the east side of Nashville. It's not far. It's like 3 miles from the airport.
Dave's got all the restaurants in Nashville like lined out, bro. He's got them on GPS. It's like, take me to grits.
No, I lived in Nashville, so I know.
Oh, okay.
I actually lived like 3 miles from the airport, so I know that side of Nashville really well, and I know where to go eat. Trust me.
He likes to eat.
I know where to go eat, man.
Where you staying at, Hack? You staying right downtown near the convention place?
Originally we were gonna, and then instead now we're staying in.
They're out near Opry Mills.
15 miles out. It's in Wyndham. It's called Wyndham.
Yeah.
Dave,
Basically,
what's the place where they have the country music awards there? That's kind of outside the city, maybe a little bit south of the city. that big arena place. You know what I'm talking about? I can't think of the name of it.
That's on the other side. So they're Brian, where they're staying is northeast.
That's not where they're having NAM at, though, right? What I'm thinking about.
No, I don't think. No, it's
NAM's downtown, right?
It's called Music City Center.
Okay. Music City.
R2. That's not true.
Well, Cracker Barrel, you can also get the runs.
Now, if I
Have
wanted
R2 always been in here?
R2 says Dave sends people to Cracker Barrel and then stabs them.
if I wanted you to potentially get robbed, I'd send you to Waffle House.
Well, yeah, Waffle House.
Oh,
well, at 3 a.m., everybody's too drunk to stab anybody. So that's a good place to go.
I've seen some wild shit go down at Waffle House.
Well, you don't go to the wrong side of town, Waffle House. You go to the one, like where the Mercedes are parked.
But no, Waffle House is a safe. And by safe, I mean like safe food wise.
Do they not have Waffle House in Canada?
You're gonna get good food.
No, we don't have Waffle House.
Oh, well, you've never even had bacon then.
No, you haven't.
No, I never had bacon in my life.
I know. They got circle bacon.
Yeah, they call it Canadian bacon.
Canadian bacon? Like, because it's in a circle?
I mean, they speak English, but other than that, they're from another planet.
Dude, you only get Canadian bacon from Canadian pigs. I hate to break it to you.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious.
And if you want maple syrup, there's only one place you can get that too.
That's true.
Out of a goddamn tree.
Maine. You can get it from Maine.
Maine.
which is north of Toronto.
Probably.
You forget about Vermont.
Vermont, New Hampshire. We don't need you guys for nothing.
I want to know.
We kind of do, Brian. I mean, they do help us patrol the lakes.
They don't even keep their cold ass air up there where it belongs.
What I gotta find out from you guys.
All I know is all winter long, there's just here comes another Canadian front. Canadians? What the hell?
Oh, it's gotta pass us before it gets to you, yeah.
Yeah, it goes by you and it comes down here. And I'm like, it's not my hair.
So what I want to know is what I gotta do to blend in so I don't look like a foreigner.
Wear a burqa.
Just so you need you need a button-up shirt with your collar. It needs to
and a cowboy hat.
Cowboy hat, and you need to
big belt buckle. You need a really, really big belt buckle, dude, like the size of a license plate.
Big belt buckle about that big.
It says cowboy on it or something like that. Rodeo champ.
Yeah, some kind of rodeo thing.
Right.
You gotta find
your kiss belt buckle won't do it, dude. It can't be a kiss belt buckle.
Well, you got to have your cowboy boots, and you got to have the noisiest damn spurs you can possibly find.
Jingle jangle.
Exactly.
Otherwise, they'll just say, "Oh, he's just one of those urban cowboys."
Okay. Yeah, I see I'm getting great advice here, guys.
That's kind of the point. Chris.
I hate to break it to you, but I already called every guitar shop in Nashville and told them to put all the freaking cool ass Gibsons away because there's this dude coming down from Canada that's gonna finger them all when he gets there.
Roll up, man. He's gonna put hack DNA on all these bastards.
It's like you'll be able to tell when he gets there. He looks like a Canadian.
Yeah.
But
I always tell the Canadian.
Mode said. He said, "Don't talk. Wear sunglasses. Walk like you've been on a horse for 4 days."
Yeah, he's saddle sore. Chaps are too much, though, dude. If you wear chaps, they're gonna say there's a gay bar down there at the end of the corner. Turn right. That's where you're. That's what you're looking for.
Assless chaps. I'll blend right in.
Well, I didn't say anything about assless, but those would probably get you sent that way too.
Exactly.
Yeah, Brian's right. Brian Landreth is right.
What'd Brian say?
You'll blend in just fine. Nobody from Nashville.
No, nobody will know. You don't even have an accent. You kind of sound like you're from Chicago. Just tell them you're from Chicago.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna care, dude. You'll be fine.
I'm just teasing. I know.
No, but they find out you're a foreigner, they might try to deport you. But just so keep that up low down.
Throw me over that wall.
Hey man, we're kicking them out left and right, bro. Like it's going out of style.
That's funny, man. Yeah. All right. So Stay away from chitlins.
Stay away from chitlins. Stay away from cow nuts.
Cow nuts.
Big belt buckle.
Get the big belt buckle, the cowboy hat, and
Try
a sign
some
on
real
the back
bacon.
that says, "Stab me."
Try not to get stabbed while you're buying bacon. You should be good. That's all you need to know, bro.
That's it.
That's it.
Wear your sunglasses, especially at night.
But
Yeah.
only if they have rhinestones on them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, we forgot the rhinestones.
You got to have some rhinestones, or it's either rhinestones or you got to have some fringe.
Right.
Right.
Either, suede fringe or oh, guitar band. Well, yeah, you will be the only person in Nashville not carrying a concealed firearm, just so you know.
Probably true.
Holy shit. I'll be the only one without a weapon.
Yes. Well, you could have a weapon. It just won't do you any good because it won't be a gun.
Right.
Oh, God. You guys are... Thanks.
Welcome to the USA.
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy.
Well, welcome to our home.
Check your weapon at the border so you'll be totally defenseless while you're visiting.
You know what I'm looking forward to is a cigar bar, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hanging out in a cigar bar and having a nice scotch and just, I hope we get a chance to do that.
Yeah, that'd
be cool.
No.
There's one downtown. I found one already.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure though if they serve booze in them or not.
Just carry an AR-15 around. It's totally legal to carry a rifle around in public, dude. There's no law against having a rifle. You don't have to conceal it or nothing. The cops will get called, but you won't go to jail.
Oh, man.
Hey, Mark.
Pitts like carry a huge open carry, like one of those dirty, hairy revolvers.
Right. Yeah, like Colt 45. Pull it out of your pants, and you just keep pulling.
Keep going. The barrel's about 25-inch scale on this bad boy.
Yeah.
Is that a gun in your pocket, or are you happy to see me?
And you could get one with oyster inlaid grips.
A little bit of both, yeah.
They don't sound different when you shoot them, eh? Got a different
have
tone.
a brighter tone when you shoot them.
Tone rounds. It depends on the sonic quality of the ammunition.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Oh, it's the brass. Don't forget the brass.
Tone brass. See, if you buy that cheap Russian crap, it doesn't sound near as good as the American-made tone brass.
You get American brass.
Oh shit!
You get that brighter tone when you pull the trigger.
Oh, there's one other thing we forgot to tell Hack. No matter what anybody says to you, do not line dance.
No.
Is that right?
Yeah. They'll try to talk you into it, dude. Don't do it.
All right.
Saying. No line dancing.
Yeah.
Line dancing?
Nope.
Yeah, skip the line dance.
Do they have that in Canada?
Yeah, man.
They do.
If you go to Texas Roadhouse, don't tell them it's your birthday either.
No, they'll come over and sing a fake happy birthday song because they don't want to pay their royalties because YouTube will swoop in and take all their tips.
Oh, yeah. All right. Good advice, guys.
Yeah. He's making notes. Okay, don't get stabbed.
I'm trying to read what these guys are saying.
Jesus Christ, a belt buckle is going to cost me like half my budget for Nashville. I got to find a belt buckle now. Where am I going to get a belt buckle?
We have Texas. They have Alberta.
Yeah, we got Alberta.
They have cowboys up there.
Yeah?
They're just really cold. They only drive cattle like 2 months out of the year. But they don't have to freeze their meat after they slaughter the beef. They just leave it outside.
Leave it. It'll be good next summer.
In the spring when it thaws out, we'll eat it then.
Summer-ish.
Poor Canada. We pick on Canada too much.
We love our neighbors to the north.
We do.
We can handle it.
They don't totally suck like our neighbors to the south. I didn't say that.
Oh, Brian, that was harsh.
I didn't say that.
You're gonna get me banned, man.
That was in jest. Oh God, freaking FBI's on the way over.
There's a black van parked outside your house, Brian.
God,
don't be alarmed.
Freaking Nazis and everything on YouTube and shit.
Come out with your hands up.
Come out with your hands up with your AR-15 at your feet.
Oh man.
All right, guys. It's getting late.
I live about 2,000 miles from where that wall's being built, and I still got to pay for that fucker.
Hey, Brian, I'm going to be living a whole lot closer to it.
I know. You need it where you live. I don't need it. They got to get past you to get to me.
True facts. True facts. All right. I think looks like Hack's about ready to cash it in. Huh?
Yeah, I'm about done, folks.
It's only 1:40 a.m. It's like noon at Dave's house. He's getting ready to go get more tacos.
It's like 10:45 almost.
Still daylight.
No, that's early, man.
Not quite. It just got dark like 10 minutes ago.
Why are there spinning circles when Brian Stewart talks? That's that LSD you ate 45 minutes ago, dude.
Oh, man, that's YouTube's got you on a delay. They want to make sure what you're saying.
They got me on a 30-second delay because
a 30-second delay.
Bigoted American.
Frozen buffalo nut fries.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
All right. Okay, guys.
All right.
Oh, my goodness gracious. I don't think Nashville's ready for Guitar Hack.
No. Well, for people who are in the chat, 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow.
Yeah.
You got a guest, or is it just Hack solo?
No, it's Hacking Wade tomorrow.
It's Hacking Jason tomorrow.
Jason Wade. That dude can shred, man. He needs to be in a band. Why is Jason Wade not in a band?
Yeah, ask him tomorrow. Ask him.
There you go.
So that'll be tomorrow. And and I want to thank people that are in here. Thanks so much for supporting the cause. You guys rock. You two guys I know did. You guys are awesome. $580 went in. It's on my Guitar Hack page. It's on the Instagram. So
you should do a video and take a picture of the check.
Well, there's no check. It's all electronic.
Take a picture. Take a screenshot.
Those big fake checks.
Yeah, we get one of those big golf checks, like in Happy Gilmore, $580. No, I want one of the checks like he got. Well, he got one of them checks.
No, it's in there. It's in
I'm
there.
the only guy that took my skate off and tried to stab a guy with it in Nashville.
Cool hack, man. Good job on that. You know,
hey man, I didn't do anything. I just put it out there. You guys did it, man.
Well, I mean, you know, that was your idea. So, hey, it's all good, man. You know, yeah, we contributed, but you know, this was all your baby, man. So
yeah,
good job, dude.
Yeah, excellent job. You know, it's affected my family and had a hold of me for a minute. I thought, you know, I was worried about. So that was a cool thing you did, man.
And as we've talked before, and you know, I've told you before, it's, you know, that's an issue that's near and dear to me as well. So
yeah,
you know what? I mean, what kills me is there isn't more, like, why it's not being talked about every day, you know, by more people. Because you'd name me anybody that doesn't know somebody or hasn't had a family member or hasn't had it themselves.
Everybody,
right?
You know what I mean? Like it's killing everybody, man.
Yeah.
Like, and
this is gonna sound awkward, but I've lost both of my dads to cancer. My biological father died when I was 9 months old from melanoma.
Oh, dude, no way.
My stepdad passed away a year and a half ago.
That sucks.
From a rare lung cancer.
Wow.
So, you know, it's an issue that's very near and dear to me.
Yeah. Yeah. We just lost my mother-in-law like 3 months ago, and she got skin cancer, little tiny spot on her back that she didn't even know about. Before she found out about it, she had a tumor in her brain the size of a lemon, because melanoma, skin cancer, once it gets in your blood, you're done for. And she fought it for 7 years, but once you get that melanoma in your blood, it just keeps popping up again everywhere, you know.
That's what happened. That's what happened with my dad, and you know, that was 1970. He found out in 1973, and I was born in 75. I was, you know,
an infant still
when he died.
Yeah.
So, you know, and that was 40, you know, what, 46 years and 47 years ago.
Yeah.
So,
Mayhem might have it right. He's like big pharmas may have these cures, but they don't make no money on all the drugs that keep you alive when you have cancer if they cure the cancer, right?
Yeah. Well, I lost my dad how many years ago now? I think in 2012, so about it's going to be 7-8 years. And
Ouch.
my mom had it and still does. She's in remission right now. And my wife's mom died, and her dad has it currently.
Damn it. My dad has it too. He's in a nursing home. He has prostate cancer, but it was stage 4 before they got it, so they couldn't do anything. So
Yeah,
he's
well,
not dying from that, but he's dying from the drugs that they give him to
Right.
control it, because it eats all your testosterone, which feeds prostate cancer. So he went from 215 to like thin and skinny like I am, and he just ate him to the drugs are eating him to the bone
yeah.
to keep
Well,
him alive.
well,
I
yeah,
saw my
Crazy.
dad shrivel down to nothing, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's a bad way to go.
my
Yeah.
dad back in 2013 was diagnosed with prostate cancer, and he went through. They caught it pretty early, and he was able to beat that. And then he was deemed cancer free, and 2 years later, he was diagnosed with the rare form of lung cancer.
God, was he a smoker or just out of the blue?
So his was a non small cell lung cancer.
Right.
So smokers generally get
large cell carcinoma. Yeah.
or small cell carcinoma.
Yeah, he had the other one.
He had it. No, he had a there's more than another. It was a large cell cancer, but it's a very rare form of large cell lung cancer. And you know, he did okay for he went through the first like 12 or 10 rounds of chemo, and they thought he was cancer free. They couldn't find it, right? And then so he was going back every 8 weeks to get you know, they were testing him every 8 weeks,
make sure it was not coming back.
We're going right, and because they'd taken him off chemo and everything, and it came back, and they tried because it was non small cell. They tried Keytruda, and he didn't take very well to the Keytruda.
Sorry about that, Pitt. I see your message there.
Take care. Oh man,
his AC died.
Yeah, dude, that's rough, brother.
Yeah, it's hot in Texas right now.
Yeah, it is. Good luck, man. Have a good night, dude.
Take care, Chris.
Take care.
Well, I just had a prostate scare a couple weeks ago. I just turned 55, and because we had moved, I needed to get a new family doctor. And so I found one local and just went in for a 55-year-old guy physical. And as part of that, they give you a blood test, and it, you know, they check for a bunch of crap, right?
Yeah,
but one of the things they checked for was a PSA.
Yeah.
And my number came back kind of high, like kind of scary high.
Right.
So it, like within a week, I had to go get a biopsy of my prostate, which was great fun. And luckily it came back negative. But, and as much as it sucked, it was way better than getting cancer, dude. Go get your PSA checked. They just take a little bit of blood. They test it. If the number's funky, they check you out and they biopsy it. And if you're good, you're good. And if they're not, they caught it early and they can fix it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
if you're like my dad and they don't catch it till it's already stage 4, then you're fucked.
Right.
yeah.
Well, prostate cancer metastasizes, if I'm saying the word correctly.
Yeah, you are.
Into bone cancer.
That's what he got. It got into this pelvis bone.
Yep.
Once it gets to 4, it starts spreading around.
Boys and girls, bone cancer is a death sentence.
Yeah. Gets in your bone marrow, you got problems. Because then it gets in your blood.
The scare with my mom was it was moving towards the pancreas, which is also a death sentence.
That's almost, there's 1% of people get that survive that.
Yeah.
That and your liver's not good.
Yeah, that was my dad was that. They don't know where it originated from, but it ended up in his liver. And he wasn't a drinker to that extent. Like it just they still, even when, here's the thing, they have no goddamn idea. Even when he passed, he goes, "We don't know where it started." But that's where it ended. You know what I mean? It was just,
well, your liver filters all of your blood.
Right.
So
what was the origin? You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. Anyways, folks, on that depressing note.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, it wasn't depressing because you've done something to help the cause, right? So I'm looking for somebody to kind of fancy up my little logo. I'd like to make some shirts and do the same thing here, and maybe make one that's maple leaf colors too. You know, a little Canadian maple leaf one too. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So, but that was a really good idea.
Hey, Brian, that's cool. Let's. I'm not a good designer, but I wouldn't mind getting in on something like that.
Well, see, I've got the little guitar pick logo, right? It's red and blue, and so I could make a shirt that says Guitar Dude, or I could make one that says Guitar Dudette, and then you could do, instead of just red, white, and blue, you could do German flag or French flag, or red and white just for Canadians or whatever. It'd be cool. You could maybe I could raise $500 for cancer.
Sure.
So it's an idea. Still Hack's idea, since he stole my greeting earlier.
All right, guys.
All right, I got to go to bed too. It's freaking 2 a.m.
So, have a good day. Everybody in the chat, take care.
You two guys rock. You guys are awesome. Thanks.
Hey, we appreciate tonight. Everybody in the chat. There's like 400 or 500 of us, right? This little group of people, and we're all friends now, right? And we live in different corners on the planet Earth, but we all got the same thing in common, and it's really cool, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Good night, everybody.
So, good night, everybody.
Cheers,
Hope
man.
you had fun. Thanks for having me on, Dave. Had a good time.
Buddy, anytime.
Later. Bye-bye.
Good seeing you again, Hack. All right, guys. So, Mark, Taylor, I didn't get a chance to say hi to you earlier. Take care. JJ, didn't see you again. Sorry, man. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for hanging out. Will, always my rock, my anchor guy. I appreciate you, buddy. I know I give you a lot of grief, but I appreciate you, man. Dale, always hanging out. You're awesome. Phil, another one, just always coming to hang out. I appreciate it. Mayhem, I think you already took off. Have a good night. Barefoot, dude, thanks for coming and hanging out. Bobby, good night. Again, same thing. Thanks for coming out, hanging out. R2, take care, buddy. Yeah, you will. You're awesome, R2. Thanks, dude. Who else we got? Let's see. Now, thank you. Look, guys, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If it weren't for you guys coming to watch this ugly mug here, yeah, I wouldn't be here. So it's you guys. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. And I appreciate every one of you. So, as always, hey, easy there, R2. As always, be good. Be good at it. If you can do both, better, but at least do one. Y'all have a good night. Take care. We'll see you next time.